Liandre got te gius. Liandre got te gius. Liandre got te gius.
We're gonna open this phone line up in here in a minute. Get ready, call in. We're gonna open this phone line up. I don't really got much to say, man. If y'all watch my Bleacher Report, I'm trying to get my clips from the Bleacher Report. And yeah, it's a late night. We started up late. It's about midnight Eastern Standard Time. But yeah, tough game. Shout out to the Big Ten on YouTube. 108 on Twitter. You know, Twitter ready to talk some noise. They won't really come on and talk, but they'll talk. Let's see. Let me see. All right, we in the red room. Took an L tonight, man. It is what it is. I don't run from no smoke, man. I hit Darius up, asked him for his cash app so I could send him that 40. Dang, man. Roll Tide anyways. Facts, man. My boys did not play tonight, man. My boys did not play. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. My boys did not play nowhere near they need to play, the level they need to play tonight. Especially my QB1. I'm so disappointed in my QB1, man. Got Jersey Day tomorrow at church, so I ain't really got to get dressed. Fuck. Funny as a mud. I get all this energy when we lose, man. Kalen DeBoer should be fired. Fairweather. Somebody sign an alert. Why he need to be fired? Why he need to be fired, Andrew the GOAT? Fairweather fan. You said the same thing against Vanderbilt. Why everybody act like Bama can't be a regular team, bro? Why do we act like this? Why do we act like Oklahoma don't recruit at a high level, or Oklahoma wasn't winning the Big 12 just last year? Like, why we act like that? Yeah, tell him that Fairweather crap, man. He gotta go. He gotta go with that Fairweather crap. Bad job at getting the team ready for this game. Or maybe just the team didn't do what he got them ready to do. Because I look at the play calling on the offensive side. Miro threw 2 picks that literally didn't need to be thrown. Threw 2 picks that didn't need to be thrown. Miro pulled the ball 6 times that he shouldn't have pulled the ball on and try to run. That ended up in negative plays. That's not coaching to me. The season ain't over till we play our last game. Fairweather. Somebody, you know what? I'm tired of you, Andrew. Here you go. I got you. Here you go, Andrew. You've been asking for it all season. You probably the realest Fairweather. I be giving all the other Fairweather fans hell, but you probably the realest Fairweather fan we got on this month. Here we go. Got you, Andrew. Just for you. Y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm in the mode. I don't even care to do a real Fairweather fan report. I just had to acknowledge the fact that you're a Fairweather fan. Cause Andrew, we ain't seen you in here when the Bama was winning. Go to Sean and them channel. JMHO Sports Talk is the Fairweather channel. If y'all want energy, go to Coach Sean's channel. Dougie Fair said, Coach, I disagree. Pay calling was mid. We're sticking with the QB run when it's clear they're stacking the box and taking away his legs. Let's let the back seat. You know what, Dougie? I'm gonna disagree just as much. A lot of those negative run plays with QB run are Jalen Miro calling his own number. Look at the play disparity. Look at the play call. Jalen Miro has an opportunity to make decisions. If the D lineman is standing flat-footed, hand the ball off. If your overhang is standing flat-footed, I don't care if he's leaning or not. If he's standing flat-footed, hand the freaking ball off. That's it. That's it. Kristen said, Fairweather Montel. Hey, Kristen, if you agree with Andrew, you're Fairweather too. Our season ain't over. We still got Auburn to play next week. If you agree with Andrew, you Fairweather too. I don't care. Y'all, I told you I don't have a respect in person when it come to calling out these Fairweathers. I promise you I don't. My camera all messed up. We got different lighting today. Nah, next King. We don't got to live with him next year. We don't. That's the funny part about it. We don't have to live with him till next year. After that second pick, I'm pulling Miro. That's just me. What just happened? Holly, we just got outplayed tonight. I don't even think we got outcoached. Defensively, I think we gave ourselves enough opportunities in the first half. I think Kane Womack had enough. He dialed up enough in the first half. And the box score would show that. The box score would show that. The score was 10-3 at the half. We were up. We had a +3 in possessions, y'all. We cut their possessions in half. We went +3 in possessions in the first half. And we only had 3 points. Andrew, we passed that. You talking about the season over like we don't have another game. You missing the biggest game of the year. If Kalen DeBoer can beat Auburn, we good. 9-3 in his first year. Coach Saban went 6-7 or 7-6 his first year. Shut the hell up, Andrew. You Fairweather fan. You might want. I told you. I literally gave you a channel to go to so you can express your Fairweather energy and feel accepted. I'm not feeling it tonight. We lost. We took a loss, but if you gonna come in, chill out. Name tag apply for. Wasn't you supposed to be a Bama fan too? I love Fairweather fans. Y'all make it so easy. Emma, no crap. We said that. Alabama needs to win out to make the playoffs. We said that. To ask Miro, is he going to go to the draft? It was crazy. And you know what's crazy? And they do that to try to get some narratives created. And I guarantee you that was some of our Bama reporters. And I'll go on the record saying this. Our team reporters are not the best. We do not get any insight from our team reporters. Simple as that. Let's talk about the game, though. Oklahoma did nothing extravagant. When I say they did nothing extravagant, I look at Jackson Arnold. His effectiveness in the run game was a lack of tackling. LT Overton getting hurt really affected us. I think we got away from allowing our young guys to get out there and give opportunities to be effective on the defensive side. Drop passes early in the game was a factor for our quarterback. Come on now. It affects the psyche of the quarterback. This team did not show up. Alabama did not show up to play Alabama football tonight, and it was a clear from the first snap. Clear from the first snap. So all you Fairweather fans, go to sleep. Go to sleep. You can complain on other channels. Name tag apply for. You've been Fairweather since the first L we took against Vanderbilt, acting like Vanderbilt wasn't a solid team, and this is the same Vanderbilt team that literally lost to Texas by 1 score. Name tag apply for. You the most Fairweather. You the second. You probably the third, because High Power TV the number 1 most Fairweather. Anybody that claims to be an Alabama fan and bets $300, tries to bet $300 against them, you Fairweather. And then try to come on here after. You didn't even come in before the game or any other game where we could have lost. You came in the game where after we lost, you try to talk about you owe me some money. Bro, you ain't never locked a bet in. You never locked a bet in. Crimson Tide. I think people need to realize that. And I told y'all the ceiling was 11-1. Undefeated. The floor was 9-3, 10-2. That's what I said. I said it from the beginning. Oklahoma's not a good football team. Andrew Goat, shut up. Go to the corner. As a matter of fact, let's go to the red room. I like Andrew to go being there. He one of them fair weather fans that make it easy to show that fair weatherness. We got, hey, Dwight, if you in the chat, get them Andrew to go comments up so we can start putting them screenshots up. Miro for Heisman week 2, Andrew to go. You so, oh boy, you so fake. What up, Smook? Tough loss. But we move forward. Roll Tides, facts, promised land. That's how I'm feeling. I'm looking at the top 25. It ain't over. It's still more game for everyone. Auburn helped us act. Actually, I believe if we still, hey, in hindsight, man, I would like to suffice with that conversation, but tonight ain't the night for it. I'm gonna be real. We had a chance to really, dominate. QB1 failed me tonight. Oh, he ain't got no wristband. Facts. He ain't got no wristband, nor is he a true Bama fan. So for my moderators that's in here, if y'all want to go ahead and shut them up, put them in there. I was hoping that Alabama will make a playoffs. Shut up, Andrew. You're going to sleep. I'm tired of you, Andrew. You too fair weather for me. JMHO Sports Talk is a channel your kind of energy would be accepted on. I promise you. What's the word, Smook? Sorry for your loss, brother. Hey, you talking about the L we took tonight, or you talking about my grandmother passing 19 years ago? I know you see my big orange. Hey, we lost tonight, man. We took an L tonight. It is what it is. My QB1 underperformed. Yeah, QB1 underperformed badly. QB1 underperformed badly. Yeah. All these people that wanted to make bets, they've been quiet all season. Where y'all been at every week when y'all need to check in on y'all bets and talk y'all trash then? Like, you fair weather fans, not even Bama fans, it's just fans of teams in general. Like, you wasn't nowhere. I even forgot. If you let me forget that I bet you, don't come back now talking about I bet you. Where you was when your bet wasn't in favor of you? Bad ball in offense. O-line was terrible. Exactly. Greg Coffey, our O-line was terrible. The offensive tackles played horrible. Guard play was horrible. Should Ty Dillon start against Auburn? I think Ty gets to start against Auburn. Jalen Milroe's acting like he's hurt now, finally. Admitting that he's hurt. Don't do it now. You should have did it. What this was, Georgia game was what, week 4? You should have did this 6 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago when you had a freaking the fracture in your left foot. You should have came out then telling everybody you was injured. Don't try to do it now. I don't feel sorry for you. We still Alabama fans and family. We keep our heads up. Facts 100%, Kimberly. Phone line's open 334-625-1121. It's been open 334-625-1121. I want fair weather fans to call in. Honestly, I really want some fair weather fans to call in so I can light you up. I really do. Because y'all ain't been here all year. Had to put my dog down yesterday and now Bama lost. Facts, goof. Tough weekend. Hey, Saran. Hey. It's just the truth, man. Annoyed as hell. My boy Miro, QB1, didn't show up tonight. The numbers on the screen. Overall, I rise. The numbers on the screen. Go ahead and call in. Call in with that BS. Be prepared to catch that heat. Cause I'm with it tonight. I promise you, I'm with it. me pay this bet real quick, y'all. Ain't nobody calling the phone line. It's cool. I don't want to talk to y'all ass no way tonight. Nah, for real. This team definitely underperformed tonight. That's all I got to say about it. That's all I got to say about it tonight. Anybody calling in? Who do you think might hit the portal after this season? I got a whole live set up for Monday. Before this live, we knew a couple of people were gonna be hitting the portal. No big deal though. Like portal is gonna be the only reason it matters to y'all or is gonna affect y'all emotionally is because it's Alabama. But Georgia's gonna have portal guys. Ohio State it's gonna be a lot of people that have portal guys. So yeah, it is what it is. It's been a weird season college football. I feel the committee has to punish the teams with weak schedules. Nah, I don't think we deserve a playoff spot after this game, man. I don't think we deserve a playoff spot. Too inconsistent play from key parts of the field. I don't think we deserve a playoff spot, and that's just me being a realist. That's just me being a realist. But also looking at schematically what we did tonight, with the effectiveness. I don't mind the play calling as a play caller and some of y'all won't understand. I don't mind Nick Sheridan's play calling when I have the type of weapons I have on the offense, right? I expect my quarterback who's had multiple starts to be able to make plays and read these defenses like he's supposed to. Got a call on the line. We got Greg. He sound like he been drinking too. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Can we get Greg on the line? Yo, Greg, what's up, man? You on the line? You in the game? Talk to me, bro.
Hey, bro, I guess I'm brave enough to talk to you tonight.
Look, you the only one brave enough because everybody else hiding, man. But it is what it is. I ain't tripping. Yeah. Listen, you see, I could have easily ended the night with my Bleach Report because that was a tough live. Me and Ty had to go and do that one. But
oh yeah,
yeah.
I was worried about this game. I know I haven't got the call, Coach. I apologize. I've been so busy.
You good? Keep talking, Greg. Talk to people. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm sorry, chat. I'm back. What's up? Greg, you back? You still here?
I'm here, brother. I waited on you.
Okay, my fault, man. Hey, shout out to the 51 in the chat. We got 51 in the chat right here live. We only got 18 likes. Stop hating. I got some rubberneckers in here. Go ahead, drop them likes. But nah, Greg, man, listen, I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat it, man. This team, some tendencies, we have not shown these inconsistencies on a consistent level. That's my problem.
Wait.
People say that right. People be like, they did this against Vanderbilt. Well, they only did it against Vanderbilt. These problems didn't show up again until tonight. We didn't even have the same problems we had against Tennessee tonight. This is just a team that has been trying to figure it out all season. And now we come to this point. Oklahoma had a game plan. They had a bye week to prepare. We did not execute once again. Another game where this team failed to execute. Give me your thoughts, man. I'm gonna let you have the floor. Go ahead, bro.
I think Vandy had a week off against us, and they did great. Had a great game plan. Oklahoma did. I was scared of this game. I'm gonna tell everybody. I know I didn't get to call in them, but I was scared because Brent Venables has had success against us in the past on those different offenses, but he's always put the voodoo on us. And I knew we was going to have a hard time scoring. And I knew we were going to try to run mill row like we did against LSU, and I knew they would be ready. But the execution was terrible. offensive line. It's like, what could you call tonight? Honestly, what could you call? If we wasn't dropping passes, wasn't blocking nobody, our tackles just got whipped. 57. I don't think he blocked nobody all night. I mean, it was just. I mean,
hey Greg, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I on my live game sim, and you know I hate doing those now because they so eerily similar. So I had to do two of them. First of all, the first one got corrupted. If y'all weren't there in the NCAA live game sim recording room to watch it, this game, literally, and Carla, JB, whoever was in there that night, last night when we did the first game, when I had to record it, this game right here, the way this game ended is literally how that game went. But the pre-recording that I had to redo and premiere, that's what I felt like the game would go like. I felt like our defense would be able to contain the run. We would limit their explosive plays. They would get one or two in the game where they would be able to get 10 to 14 points. But for us to only muster up 3 points.
Yeah. First time in 20 years that we hadn't scored a touchdown.
That's not play calling, bro. My quarterback got to be better. Yeah. My quarterback got to be better. Yeah. Anytime we got +3 on possessions in the first half and we only end the game with 3 points, my quarterback has to be better. It's not even my tackle. My tackles ain't the problem at that point, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think everybody played terrible across
the board. The whole team, execution-wise, we played more.
I mean, Milrose's going to get his brunt, but the whole team played terrible. And you know what? I start off with the head coach. I don't know how they prepared last week, but undoubtedly it couldn't have been very good. That's all I can tell you. Couldn't have been very good.
Right.
But, it's just, Oklahoma, they just ran it. They just ran it, and we couldn't stop it. But it's just, we gave them 3 turnovers. That's something we couldn't do. We needed to get 3 or 4 turnovers and get easy points, but we didn't. So, we just got to go on, forget about it. Let's go play Auburn. Let's beat Auburn. Let's finish strong in recruiting. That's the most important thing, actually. And, go on from there.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't blame this. And I'm glad, honestly, this is an opportunity for Kalen DeBoer to say, hey, y'all think y'all had a way to do it. The Bama way ain't to do it. And Bama Nation, Coach Saban way ain't to do it. Ain't the way to do it to win the national championship now. We're going to have to get mixed. We're going to have to get special. We're going to have to get fancy, however you want to say it. We're going to have to put sprinkles on it because that's what college football is. That's what the game of football is. Schematically, I think Nick Sheridan gave Jalen Merrill opportunities to be the experienced quarterback he was supposed to be. Me personally. And I look at the play calling, a lot of the RPO design and things. Everybody's looking at Jalen Merrill and saying, why is they making Jalen Merrill run? It's not they're making him run. Jalen Merrill has to make the right decisions, man.
Right, that's right. He didn't. He missed some tonight. But I thought when we did the RPOs, when it wasn't just a direct run, that's when we ran the running backs ran better because they were looking so much for Jalen, a running back, for getting creases and getting stuff. But I just wish we'd have just kept doing it. Just kept doing it the whole night. I wouldn't even throw the pass. I just ran an RPO. It's either going to be Jalen take it or give it to the running back. And every time he gave it to the running back, man, they were getting 6, 7, 8 yards almost every time. And then we just, we would have a bad call. We'd have maybe they'd have a call quarterback run and we'd lose 5 yards. Second 15.
And you know what? As bad as Miro played, now I'm looking at the comments. As bad as Miro played, that touchdown to Ryan Williams that they took from us.
Yeah. That was terrible. That's probably the worst call of the year.
I won't even give it that. I say there's been some worse ones, but for this game, it definitely feels like it because of where we were and all the opportunities we missed in the first half. Mm-hmm. So I want y'all to listen to Coach Smook say this. I'm not blaming the refs for the loss on this game, but one call right there, definitely
Could've,
affects the outcome of this game because I honestly believe at that moment we're only down by I think we were down by 10 at that point. We get
we're
that
down. Yeah, we were down.
it was
I think
either
we're still down 21, but we could have been down 14.
okay, yeah. It was
Time to
the
go.
score was 28-7, I believe, at that point. 24-7,
Well,
something
it
like
was
that.
24. Yeah, it was 24-3. But I mean, that would have been 24-10. We still have plenty, still like 10 minutes to go or something like that.
That was the first. As a matter of fact, that was the second play of the fourth quarter. That's why I said it was so important.
Yeah, that's right.
Because
right.
we were driving in the third quarter, in the third quarter, I said we needed to score before the end of the third quarter. We didn't. We was in position to score. We go into the second play of the fourth quarter, and that happens. Second play of the fourth quarter, and that happens. 27-3, right? Or 28-3. We if you score that drive, you get an opportunity. Your defense just got to stop to get you in that position, right?
Yeah, we had a chance.
And the defense, let's face it, the defense didn't play horrible this game. They were doing some different things schematically that we hadn't seen on film all year. The run game, yes, the run game beat us up, but they did not reach 100 yards passing. Vandy was able to do both. They was able to get 100 plus yards passing, 150 plus yards rushing. We were not able to stop either one. I think this game go ahead.
They took a lot of the Vandy game plan because they're milking the clock on every play. And, they didn't have to throw it. They didn't have to. I mean, who are they going to throw to? Honestly, they have all these. They have hardly no wide receivers. But
Greg, you know what the difference between this game and Vandy game? This time you don't give your offense extra possessions in the second half. We literally had two extra possessions in the first quarter where we forced, 3 and outs, two 3 and outs in the first quarter. And in the second quarter, we forced one. That's the third extra possession. The score was still 10-3 at the end of the first half.
Yep. Well, we got the ball going in the first. We got the kickoff. We were moving the ball, running RPOs. Running back was running it. They were running good. I was glad to see Young get in the game tonight. I should have gave him the ball some more too. But I don't know. Just can never get a rhythm.
Greg, answer this.
I mean, everybody just played bad.
Answer this. Vlon Got Clout says Kane doesn't make any adjustments. All we had to do was stack the box. What's so hard about that? Respond to that.
That's
Vlon, if you think stacking the box was the fix, you got to remember, if you stack the box, that means you put your secondary in conflict. Now the RPO style system that Oklahoma adapted tonight, you got to think, what was Eric Jackson Arnold's completion percentage? Like, he only threw 11 passes, and they were clear open passes because of that actual option, like dialing out to stop the run. The run was balled up. Let me pull it in there, throw it in that slant window that coach told me about.
Do you see how many cornerback blitzes we did at the first of the game? Everybody was just blitzing. I mean, it was working.
And it was.
There, but it was.
But guess what? Their conversions, two of their 4 conversions in the first half came off of that same look.
Right. And then when Lawson got hurt, that really, I mean, I don't care what everybody says. That really hurt the defense.
I disagree.
Just getting everybody,
I disagree. I think Lawson's injury might at the point in time when it happened, it wasn't effective. But the way the game went past Lawson's injury made it effective. If we were to execute at the level we were before his injury, I don't see them extending the clock, and our offense had to freaking tonight in another away game where their offense, just like against Tennessee, the offense didn't have an identity. Tennessee offense didn't have an identity, and they didn't do nothing great to really expose us or beat us. It ain't like we lost this game 45-31 or something like that. This game, we stayed within our averages, run game, total yards game, average-wise, we still kept them in that average. It was literally execution, and this was just not our night, man.
It wasn't. We just didn't execute. We just didn't. And it was just like a domino effect. And we never got no momentum. The fans were in the game. We just couldn't. We didn't get to the 20, but one time we had to kick a field goal.
Once.
We didn't get one time. That was it. It was just. I had a
Yeah,
bad feeling about this game.
and so I'm gonna ask you this. I'm gonna ask you this just like I'm gonna ask everybody else that calling. Does Alabama deserve a playoff spot as a 3-loss team?
The only way we would even have a chance, though, I think we deserve it. No, because I just don't think we're that good. I mean, we're okay. But if other teams lose like we did, who knows? We might, sneak in there. But I doubt it. I just doubt it.
I'm gonna say this, Greg, and I'm gonna let you off the line. Right now, this Alabama team under Kalen DeBoer, I don't think we deserve it. After the LSU game, I really thought so because and I said this, I've said this as many times as I can freaking reiterate this, man. If your best team shows up, a lot of teams' best is not as good as Alabama, and it's not even good enough to be in the playoff talk. But if Alabama's best shows up, we can't. It's very few teams in the nation that can compete with us. But the fact that we cannot present our best on a consistent basis,
we can do it consistently.
That's why I say we don't
up or down to our competition.
That's why I say we don't deserve a spot. I don't think we deserve a spot.
I agree with that, but I'm afraid that's going to be a Kalen DeBoer characteristic because it was at Washington.
Nah, I disagree. First year it was, second year it wasn't. You look at the only game. Second year
he won the game, but he had one possession games, and like 3 of those games teams were not very good.
No, that's where people they had this misconception that these teams weren't good. When he when he beat that Washington State team, that was a team they lost.
I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the Arizona and the
Arizona lost 17 starters from the previous year on both sides of the ball combined. 17 starters from his first year head coach at Washington. He played against the Arizona.
I'm just saying it just they consistently do not play their best, and that's why Nick Saban's Nick Saban, because he usually could get them to do that.
Because people forget about the teams where we barely beat a Mississippi State team under Saban.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying in his prime, that's what Nick Saban does better than anybody. Alabama could play consistently their best all the time. Now it just starts slipping at the end. I'm not going to say that. I agree with that, but I from what I've seen from Kevin DeBoer, it seems like we play either up or down, especially on the road. Now Tennessee was a good team. I definitely that would have been a tough win, but the Vandy and the Oklahoma game,
those two games, like you said, Vandy, to me, even the Vandy game, schematically, that's one of the games.
Vandy's not a bad team. I'm not saying they're a bad team.
But I'm saying, like, schematically, we lose that game because of execution. 14 missed tackles in the first half. I remember I made sure to keep that as a highlight in my. I don't care what the total.
I agree.
What the total was for the game.
It just appears that. And even if I'm talking about it, I know his first year he lost a couple games and he got up, but I'm just saying when they would play a team that was less talented, they would struggle. Great that they win. I mean, Alabama, Nick Saban's last 2 or 3 years, we did too. On the road, we struggled. But I'm just saying, I think expectations as far as what a lot of Alabama fans, we're not going to have those Nick Saban years. I mean, DeBoer, I think, is going to do a great job. I think he's going to recruit well. He may even have to make a coaching change here or there, maybe in the next couple of years, just to see how it rides out. But, it can be that way. It's just people got to realize, man, that 11-year run when you win 6 national championships, it's going to be people's got to chill out. That'll never happen again.
And the only thing is, and the thing I expected this from Coach Kalen DeBoer, winning on the road in the SEC was going to be his biggest challenge. I don't think coaching.
Right.
I don't think coaching is his problem. I don't think schematics is his problem.
I agree.
Winning on the road.
He's going to learn this year. I think
he had to look at.
Coach that I think I think he is.
You finally get blown out. You finally get blown out on a road game. You finally get blown out. You finally get blown. You finally get blown out. Not even. And then the thing is, if you watch the game and don't put the scoreboard on, you wouldn't think that we got blown out. You wouldn't think. You wouldn't think if you just pull up stats. Don't even put the score up. Pull up the stats. You wouldn't think that Alabama got blown out. 24-3. So it's a bunch of uncharacteristic things happening. Players got to make decisions to step up. And I, you know what? That's why I commend Colorado on how they fought back to play against Kansas today. If we show half the fight that Colorado showed, we win this game by 17, 18 points.
You're right, Coach, because we didn't really show any fight.
I mean, defensively, they did. Offensively, I didn't see my offensive tackles show any fight today.
Yeah, the offense didn't do. I mean,
defense showed fight. I promise you, man. Go look, man. There's a play.
I agree.
There's a play.
The offense was just dead tonight. They were just dead. I don't get it. But Venables, man, he is so good.
He is, and oh my God,
when he has a week off. When he has a week off like that and it's a senior day. And, I knew it was going to be a bad game. You know why? From the very beginning, because you knew who had kicking off. What happened to our kickoff guy?
Connor?
He didn't kick off tonight.
Talking about Connor?
Field goal kicker. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
our field goal kicker. Our field goal guy didn't kick off. But anyway.
And you know what? And Andy Papanasso Jr., I can't stand him. If you watch my live game simulation, Graham Nicholson is not it for me, y'all. Even the field goal he made tonight, even that make was uneasy.
He'll never make it in the NFL because he can't kick off.
But yeah, y'all, he
can't kick it in the back of the end zone.
Greg, final thoughts, man. This game, I'm looking at the highlights now, man. It's crazy. We had so many opportunities to score. Oh my God. Even that pick six right there, bro. 17-3 when they ran it back, the 24 that put them up 24, the last pick six. If the pass that he usually would look at to force on the seam, bro, wide open. Ryan Williams on the hits. You got freaking. I think that's Kendrick Law on the hit on the seam right there.
Can I ask you a question on that last pick on the pick six? Jalen's attempt to tackle that guy. What did you think?
Horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. I can understand that that's a D lineman.
I was hoping that most quarterbacks would try to knock him.
You look, Greg, I can understand that as a D lineman. You know what I'm saying? You trying to protect yourself.
I know.
280 plus pounds running down the field. You ain't trying to tackle that dude up. But Jalen, you're 225, 230 plus.
I know.
6'2".
Should have knocked that guy in the middle next week.
Man, that DBA but doggone 175, 180 pounds, Jalen.
I know. I don't know.
You wrap 23 up and bring him down for a solid tackle on your first pick. But then on this one?
Yeah, first pick was the stinking wide receiver. Didn't block the right guy. Didn't block him. But, yeah, I don't know.
All right, so somebody asking it. Jay Will said thoughts on first pick on Kobe, Miro, or both of them. I call that on Kobe, straight up. Just like the one with Ryan Williams a couple weeks ago when he didn't sit down and he kept, kind of gliding across the formation or the look instead of sitting down, and Miro threw it to his outside shoulder and it ended up being a pick. If Ryan Williams sits down, that's a good catch. First down, maybe even a touchdown. Yeah. Same thing with Kobe Prentice. Kobe Prentice was not locked into the. I mean, and that's why he's
been playing.
Exactly, and people get mad at when I say that. I love Kobe Prentice. Kobe Prentice, if you watch it,
but he hadn't been playing the last 3 games.
He got injured. First of all, he got injured. And then secondly, you allowed people that were producing at the same level as you when you weren't injured. You allowed them to continue to produce at the same level. So if you drop a pass, it don't hurt because when we throw them out there, they might drop the same pass, but we know we're going to get the same route effectiveness. We're going to get the same.
Right.
Bro, Kobe, if Kobe hits the portal and he's one of my guys for Portal Watch, I'm doing a whole segment on Portal Watch.
Definitely. He definitely.
If he hits the portal.
Scott was playing a lot tonight.
Rico Scott is next. He's the one that was supposed to be in front of Kobe anyway. If Kobe wasn't going to play his A game, Rico Scott will learn with you as a freshman. We'll learn with you. We'll learn with your A game with all the discrepancy. Yep. That's what happened with Ryan.
More reps. Yep. And, Kendrick, I don't even think he got a touch. Every time he was on the field, we knew Jalen was going to be running. I swear to God, every time Jalen was running, it was a call quarterback run. One was on the field. I mean, I know he's a good blocker, but I mean, it's kind of a dead giveaway almost.
And see, that's another thing. So if anybody want to attack Nick Sheridan for play calling, my thing is this: I've seen other teams do it. Why haven't we done it? When you get in that QB zone read, look, where's the Y pop? Where's the Y pop? We did it against LSU. Where's the Y pop? Let's fake the draw, the QB draw. Let's let the tight end leak like he always. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do that. Why haven't we done it? So that's it, man.
Why can't we run stuff that works like against LSU? You know, we had a lead blocker there. Try to run it once or twice, but like do something off of it because they're ready for it. You know, like they were tonight for the most part. But
hey, Greg,
I don't know.
Just like you said, run something off of it. Just like I said, run something off of it. Guess what? I expect Jalen Miro to win. He's the X factor. No matter. There's very few times in as a coach or when you have a team, right? There's very few times that you have the player that can really change the whole spectrum of the game by just letting them play and do what they do.
That's right.
So for that reason, I can't give Jalen Miro no passes tonight. I'm not blaming him for the loss. This is a team loss, of course. This is a team loss.
Team loss. You're right.
But times where when we had the opportunities, bro, when we had the opportunities to really go and take advantage of what was being put in front of us early on in the first quarter, we had the momentum in the first quarter, bro. Our defense was dialed in first quarter.
I'm gonna tell you what killed us too tonight. Was our punter. He killed us tonight. He was part of the issue too, and he lost his Ray Guy the last two games. He had it wrapped up and he blew it. He's had 5 or 6 bad punts, and tonight wasn't helping. And he giving them pretty good field position.
Hey, so we got a fan in chat say this is all on the board. He was handed the Imperial team. He is a disaster. Imperial team.
No.
You mean a roster that had 17 guys hit the portal? 17 starters. 17 out of your 22 17 out of your 22 starters left the roster. They either went to the draft or they went to the portal. He brings in a new scheme on both sides of the ball, and you saying it's his fault? Shut up, TC. Go be a Fairweather fan on Coach Sean's channel or whoever's channel. Go be a Fairweather fan somewhere else.
Go 9-3. I think he'll be, as far as a first-year coach at Alabama, that'll be the best record ever. If I remember looking at some stuff.
If he wins at Auburn, and people forget, even if he loses at Auburn, 8-4 record is the best record ever for a first-year head coach at Alabama.
I'm one of the people that really underestimated putting in a whole new scheme on both sides. It takes longer than a spring, a summer, a fall, and 12 games. Well, it does.
Hey, Rich B, that's what I'm saying. Everybody that keep talking about how good this roster is,
everybody,
y'all,
all your coaching staff,
y'all sick.
It was practically new from everything. So I think next year will be much better. We'll have a great recruiting class with another class started off. We'll have a spring. Everything will be installed. Everybody will know what's going on. We'll have people that maybe some ones that need to leave, and we'll get some players to replace them. And we'll be better off. So I'm still believing. I'm not, not the end of the world.
TCB, you one of them ESPN watchers. You don't pay attention. We literally have just talked about this being the worst one. If y'all don't remember, the last time we didn't score a touchdown against a team was against LSU. The LSU team in 2010-2011 season had the similar statistics defensively coming into the game. Similar situation. Where we did not have an offensive identity. A loss like this only came.
Well, here's the other thing.
And then we talking about a different area of college football where every team we played against 65% run. Come on, man. Y'all gotta chill on that fair weather stuff, man. I'm telling you. TC, take your fair weather. I promise you, I promise you I won't be mad if you don't watch my stream right now. Your fair weather energy is not accepted.
Oklahoma's defense is really, really good.
They top 10 still with their record. They're top 10.
Yeah. they would have been even better if they had an offense that would have helped them stay off the field this year. I mean, they practically beat Auburn themselves. They did. They practically beat Auburn. The defense beat Auburn by themselves on the road. But it was just a total. It was everybody lost this game, and we got to get over it, forget it. We got to beat all. We've got to beat Auburn.
That you know what? Now, Greg, if you want my fan side to come out of me, if Kalen DeBoer loses to doggone Auburn this year with what they working with, I might be a Fairweather fan on next Saturday. I might be a Fairweather fan. I might turn into TC. I might turn into what's his name? Wheels. High Power TV might turn into him. I might turn into Jay to Go. Who else in here be with that Valone got clout? I might turn into him. All of my Fairweather fans, I might join y'all next week if we lose to Auburn, because there's no reason for us to lose to Auburn.
No, they're gonna try to run it down our throats. Everybody better be ready.
Yeah, we might as well. Ain't no reason to come out in an odd front next week, knowing that they're gonna run the ball. Go ahead and throw your Wolf Bandit look out there, and live with it.
Beef it up. Yep, because they're gonna do it.
Oh yeah, Chief, y'all know Chief, the freaking president of the Fairweather Club. And then, hey, Dougie, you watch, you keep up with the streams. Did I bet anybody? Greg, you know me enough. Have I ever bet more than $20 on stream?
Nope. Why
this man hit me up talking about I bet him $300 on anything?
I don't know. He's always talking crap.
Crazy. He crazy. Boy, trying to get. Hey, I told him. I said you ain't about to pay for them ashy kids off of my pocket. Carry on. But Greg, final thought, man. I'm gonna open this phone line back up. Greg, give me your final thought, man.
Well, I'm disappointed like everybody else. It's just we just laid an egg, man.
Right.
And it's just I think it's just part of the growing pains of a new head coach with a new staff, players, and I don't care if it is the 10th, 11th game. It's still everything's new. To get this 1 year behind us, to beat Auburn, to have a great recruiting, and whatever we go to at a bowl or whatever we do, just went out, hoping nobody else will get hurt. And then we'll have some great competition in spring. It's going to be very interesting. Don't worry about it.
You know what? Tell High Power TV, hey, Shawnee, I see you. Appreciate you for keeping your eyes open. Go tag them and tell them get out of freaking Kangaroo Black chat and come over here and post it. He posted this video talking about he wanted to make a bet, but he never locked in on the bet. He wasn't even confident enough in his own bet. He was talking. That's that Fairweather energy. And GM, finally, you admit that you're a Fairweather fan. He's no longer an Alabama fan. He's no longer a Fairweather fan. Thank you. Now you don't have no reason to be here with your Fairweather energy. You came on my stream and did that, boy. Y'all remember GM? I think this is this might be what you call it, fake profile too. This might be their other profile. Yeah, they come, and it's weird. Why y'all come to my chat and do this? Go to them Fairweather fan boosters, and the Bama fans are boycotting it. The Bama fans are boycotting it next game. I don't get it. I don't get it. Thanks, Jay. We'll tell them going on. All right. My guy Greg, appreciate you for calling in, man, and sharing your thoughts on tonight, man. We'll catch up next week, bro.
All right, we'll see.
Roll Tide, man. Bye. Yes, sir. We got Greg on the line, y'all. Listen, I don't care for none of y'all Fairweather fandom right now. This is how I know we got a lot of Fairweathers watching and in their feelings. We got 35 likes with 66 watching. Where y'all likes at? Fairweathers, what's up? Hey, GM. That boy said Georgia winning it all. I don't got none of my mods. They so Fairweather too, boy. Let me get my mods. They actually sleep. I ain't even gonna trip on my mods. I just wanted to get some of this Fairweather energy so I could post this doggone Fairweather montage. Facts. Tell them why they worried about us. Seem to always struggle against running QBs, even when Nick was here. But long, that's college football for you.
Call from
Saran.
What's up, Saran? You in the game, boy? Talk to me, man. How you feeling tonight?
What's up, Smoke?
Man, listen, I'm trying to get my energy free of these Fairweather fans that's in the chat. They want to talk.
Man,
They want to
listen,
type, but they don't want to
listen.
talk. They wasn't talking before the game. They was all,
That's right.
I'm about to win it out. We gonna get in the
Yeah.
playoffs before the game, but now we go in and we lay an egg. Now they
You're right.
fire Kalen DeBoer, fire, Miro ain't it. All you
Right.
fake fans, come to my channel, please. I will light you up. Go ahead, Saran. You got it, bro.
See, they didn't. You know what it is, Smoke? They didn't play football like we did.
Fact.
So we get to see really the game from another perspective. And it's a couple of points I want to make. One point is, I think what we're seeing is the transition of pay for play football in college. So you're going to see now that Coach DeBoer has to become like an NFL coach now, because he's on a 5- and 4-star team that gets paid. So it's not the Reggie Ragland days and those days when these guys was hungry. So, so we're seeing, those perspectives now, and you see it in the mid-majors, because the mid-majors are balling, like SMU and those schools. You see in them, they balling out of heart, not pay. So that, I think that's a big problem that Coach DeBoer is going to have to solve. And I think that's the problem with Milroe too. I think Milroe is let the hype get to him, and in this pace.
Hey, Saran, don't say that too loud, because even though I'm a Milroe supporter, I said this earlier in the season when we took that first loss. I'm glad you've been. I see. I haven't seen the name in the chat, so I didn't know if you had heard me saying this in week 3 when we beat Georgia. Did I not say it? The night
you said this.
You want me to tell you how I know I said it? You want me to tell you how I know I said it, Saran?
Yep.
Because Georgia game, we had our tailgate party, and my brother, I hope he's still my brother. He over there messing with the ops. Piano Man brought me a cup of moonshine during the game, and I'm thinking this is, I've been taking my shots. I'm drinking tequila, all that stuff during. I done drunk this double, triple, quadruple shot of moonshine, and everybody in the chat, all my triple. I done took this to the head. But you know what I noticed during that game, bro? I noticed something, and when I get in these modes, I tend to zone into these games, and I start seeing the simplest things, and they stand out. I said, Milroe is an emotional football player.
Yes,
bro. Yes. Saran, explain to the people what I mean by the emotional football player.
Well, the thing about it is, and I'm gonna say this because I'm gonna back you on what you said. At halftime, he always is clapping the guys' hands, smacking their hands before they go in. But you're not saying anything. You're not what you mean by emotional is, he's pretty much in his own prima donna thing. He's not
talk about it,
coaching
bro.
up like he's supposed to be coaching up Ryan Williams or Prentice. He's supposed to be like, yo, man, block. You missed the block. Like, he's not. He's just go on the bench. He goes in his own zone. He's fake pouting. And I look at him, and I'm like, but then he's slapping everybody's hand at halftime. We down. You supposed to be in they, excuse my French, in they ass.
Right.
Like, look, you the leader. So I think, and I was just about to say that, I think our problem also, this was my second point, and Smook, you just took it, but we don't have a leader on offense or defense. I've been watching Lawson for a couple of years now. He's never been that guy in the defense. I mean, he's a good player, but I knew he had to come back because if you remember, he wasn't the leader. We have leaders in the linebacker position. That position is very crucial in Alabama football. Very crucial. So if you're not a QB on D and we don't have a leader on offense, you're going to lose like this. It's bound to happen.
Saran, and this is the thing. I'm going to go as far as to say this. In this day and age, I look at Georgia. They don't necessarily have a vocal leader on that defense.
Same thing. Yes.
They don't. You get what I'm saying? No defense. What defense in the country right now Let's. I mean, and even in the
Don't
past,
see it
in
no
the
more.
past 3 years, what defense in
Yes.
the past 3 years can you line up and put them across from every offense in the country?
I haven't seen one. That's what man, listen.
2011, 2012, 2013 is the last time we seen that, and that was Alabama, LSU.
At Alabama.
That was I think Nebraska's defense. I mean, no, it wasn't even Nebraska. I want to say it was Wisconsin's defense was probably like getting all that love and energy. Ohio State has started trending towards that dominant,
And they lost it. Yep.
So for everybody to think that there's going to be a return of defense, no, the rules of the game have killed it. But to do what Kane Womack does in that scheme, you have to be sound in tackling. But also, when you get opportunities, like I said, and I'm gonna keep harkening on this. I hate to do this because it makes it seem like I'm not making the coaches accountable.
No, you coach it, man. You coach. You saying the right thing.
But when you give your offense 3 extra possessions in the first quarter, not the first half, bro.
Yes.
I might be tripping. Maybe that third possession.
No, you're not tripping. I watched the same game you did. I played offensive line. I seen it.
So I'm not tripping when I say, even though that third possession carried over into the second quarter, I feel like a minute and 48 seconds on your third extra try in the first quarter is plenty of time enough to put you in scoring position to not cut into that first quarter time frame of the second quarter.
I'm gonna tell you this, Smoot, and you're gonna laugh at what I'm about to say. I think Coach DeBoer should look at the Philadelphia Eagles. Right? You with Milroe on a 4th and 3 or when you 3 feet from the end zone, you gotta go for it. You can't kick a field goal with this offense with Milroe. You gotta look at the Eagles. The Eagles coach, 4th down, he going for it. He going for it. He plays a college style offense because Jalen Hurts is not really an NFL style quarterback either. He's not.
And you know what's crazy? Let's take that title off of the quarterback position, because the NFL quarterback is no longer drop back, 3-step drop, 5-step drop, and read. Your NFL quarterback is, hey, drop back. I don't see it. I got to be able to get outside the pocket and throw the ball on the run.
2.5 seconds. And I played offensive line. I played offensive line.
What's the requirement? What are they asking you to be able to hold up in your one-on-ones now as an offensive lineman? Isn't it like 3.3?
Like we was 5 seconds back in the 90s. It's not that no more. I'm watching it. It's like 2.5 seconds you got to, it's almost like a pass block. It's not a run block.
You got running backs. You got running backs and wide receivers playing defensive end and outside linebacker now.
Yes, because they hybrids.
People don't understand that. So, I look at my tackle struggle tonight.
Yes.
And you play O-line. What play calling can I do to really affect not just save my offensive tackles, but to effectively move the ball? Looking at Alabama skill sets, what play calling do I go to outside of what Nick Sheridan showed me tonight to really see my offense give my offense a chance to be explosive or be effective? I don't know where else to go because I can't run to my right tackle side. He getting whooped.
Right.
I can't counter to my left tackle side. He getting whooped. I can't.
Yeah.
I mean, my interior run game is working, but if they safety walking down inside, that's an easy read for them. Easy run support, inside run game, interior run game. That's easy support concept for a safety. So I see where Nick Sheridan was in a bind. I see where I'm just saying. I'm not making excuses for him at all. I'm not making excuses.
No, you hit it. Let me tell you something, Swoop. And you said this on the last call. We gotta start getting to our tight end more for Milroe when he in trouble. And Milroe need to learn how. If he gonna play in the league, he gotta learn how to slide up too.
Step up, not left and right. Step up.
Step up. I mean, that's what. And like I said, I watched the last game. Milrow is actually killing our offensive line by not stepping up, because when you don't step up, and I played offensive line, the line get more tired because they got to hold the block longer,
Yes.
especially for a running quarterback.
You
and
know
people
what?
don't understand that.
Lean. Everybody used to. So I shout out to coach. Shout out to Coach Osborne. He was the first coach I got to work for as a offensive coach, wide receiver coach, offensive pass game coordinator. He said lean. It was for 13 games in my first season as a coach. We played 12 games because high school was 10 regular season. Yeah, we made it to the second round. So for 12 games, the first 3 games, I had to learn the hard way what lean meant.
Right.
We didn't necessarily have the biggest offensive line, but we had some big boys that wasn't great in space. Yeah. But once they got a hat on the body,
there you go.
It don't matter. You got athletes around them that, hey, just get on and lean on them, and whichever way you turn them, let me
job. Yes.
But with this offensive line, the athleticism, the pin and pull concept was not applied at a heavy rate, which I think should have been in our run game. Yes. But the interior, the straight on man on man, second level climb style run block scheme that was effective against LSU. I feel like if we would have stuck to that early on, we would have had a lot more success. So if we're going to ding the offensive coaching staff, I will ding them for that one, because that right there told me a lot about what this team defensively in Oklahoma was capable of stopping. They weren't their bread and butter was stopping the interior run game. They didn't do a good job containing it. And I got Jason Watkins was like, dang, they could beat us on the interior. We might be in trouble. But we didn't stay with it.
We didn't stay with see, Smoot, that's another problem. Our coaching staff don't stay with what's working for us. See, that was what made Nick Saban so great. Nick Saban studied the game so much that he understood to beat Georgia, I gotta make the edges long, because they so big on the line, so they not gonna be able to get to my edge with my running backs, right? And once my running backs get to that second and third, they lighten the ass. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they gonna run over them, but we don't stick to it. So that is and I think that's our problem. I think that's the issue I got with DeBoer. Because DeBoer is what you said on the last card. DeBoer came from a West Coast offensive style, which is an NFL style. And we don't play that in the South like that. So I think that's where he's having issues at. And then you got Milrow. You done adapted Nick Saban's pretty much offense. So now it's going to take a longer time to adjust. That's why I think we're going to be a better team with Ty Simpson. You know why? Because Ty done been there for 3 years.
You know what? Not even Ty Simpson, bro. I really and I love Ty. I love Ty's arm talent. But for what we have coming in asset wise,
oh, no doubt about it,
man. If Dylan Lonergan, oh my Jesus Christ, I want y'all. If y'all could have been, what date was that? And I want to say it was April. No, it was March 23rd, 24th. I remember this date. Dang, man. One of the early spring practices. This is Kalen DeBoer, Nick Sheridan, their staff's first 3 weeks actually trying to get something implemented. When I say Dylan Lonergan went 17 of 17 that practice, from warm-ups to 11s to skeletons, all of his passes, mind you, limited reps. He got in for like 4 reps against first team, 4-4.
Right.
Solid passes, not no check down stuff. Yeah. But then in the fall, when I went back and I seen how he was, I'm like, how's Ty Simpson still in front of Dylan? And Ty, I look at Ty and I say, dang, how's he still a second string quarterback? But then I look at Jalen, I'm like, okay, you got legs. That's at the end of the day.
That's what it is.
You got legs. You got athleticism. That's what separates. Yep. But if it was about just throwing the ball, if the quarterback could if the quarterback could only throw the ball, if that was the quarterback's only job, just to throw the ball, I want to tell Alabama Nation, Dylan Lonergan is the next quarterback. Keelan Russell is going to be in competition for QB1 next year.
Yes.
And it's going to be against one of the two, Dylan or Ty.
Right.
I mean, it's going to be either Dylan and Keelan or Ty and Keelan. That's what this offense is looking like. And I think DeBoer starting a true freshman Keelan or decisive Dylan next year
Right.
really sets his
It's gonna
quarterback
set the
recruiting
tone.
for the future. It really sets it up for
It's
Alabama for
gonna
the
set
next
that
6 years.
tone.
They got to.
And like you said, Smoke, and I'm gonna say this: what we gotta understand also is that in the new style of quarterback, you know, and even in the league, it's almost like that running. It's the Lamar Jackson, you know, everybody, because it's what 15, 16 black quarterbacks in the NFL. So you know that's where everything going. So the NFL is going to request that the college teams have those type of quarterbacks. So, but I tell people, I always say this to my friends when we debate. Look at Michael Penix. If you look at Michael Penix, you see what style of quarterback he is, right? He wasn't Jalen Milroe.
None.
He was
Zero.
a pocket passer that can sling the ball.
Jaden Daniels is the same thing, though, bro. Like,
Yeah.
people talk about Jaden Daniels. I look at Jaden Daniels, his scrambles against us last season. Not some of the big, like his big run scrambles and highlights only came against us because
he had an arm, man.
But
accurate
that arm is accurate, and the angles he can release the ball at, and the release points, the height of releases is so immaculate. That's why when I look at Keelan Russell's highlight film,
right,
or man, the 4 touchdown game he just had like 2 weeks ago, each throw was different. Each touchdown pass was different. It wasn't like I'm throwing a 9 route where I'm releasing over top.
Right.
Man, when Keelan Russell released a 9 route at a doggone 60, 75 degree angle instead of 90, when he released a 9 route and he was able to sail it over the corner outside past the safety from a side arm angle, basically what we classify as side arm release.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
somebody can do that. That's next level. That's what I'm saying. If Jalen Milroe was an accurate quarterback,
any halfway accurate,
Ryan Williams will have 2,000 yards receiving.
But you know what? Tonight, Saran, can you agree with me? And I want the chat to beat me. I'm cool tonight, y'all. I'm not tripping. I promise y'all, I'm not tripping. Right. I'm not drunk. I'm sleepy, but I'm here for y'all. And this loss really got me kind of discombobulated because this is not game plan. This is not execution.
Right. Yeah.
But let's be real. Tonight, I honestly believe if Ryan Williams catches that second pass that he dropped, not the first one, we'll give you the first one. But that second pass that he dropped on 3rd and 4 on that crosser, if he catches that, the whole game changes because the DBs of Oklahoma were getting cooked.
They was getting cooked.
The O-line
I seen it all night.
The O-line wasn't protecting perfect, but that pass right there would have made them hesitant, man. That completion would have changed the whole mode of the game. Beat me. Let me know, chat. Y'all reply in the chat. I'm gonna run to Saran. Give me your thoughts, man. Give me a rundown. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
Go ahead. Okay.
I'm talk to the people. Ahead. We got you.
Yeah. So I'm just saying to the people, man, to the chat that if Milroe knows how to slide up, and once you slide up, it becomes clear. The field. Now you can see. That's what even the commentators, you heard them saying. They was like, well, the defensive line is getting to him, so he can't see who's open or whatever. So, and then they blaming the lineman. But that's not the lineman's fault because Oklahoma's defensive line is, I know they top 10. Easy. And they play a pro-style defense. So when you talking about a pro-style defense, they secondary pretty much is they playing man-to-man. So it would be easy if Milroe just slide up and just throw the ball. So I just feel that at the end of the day, what DeBoer is going to do, we cook Auburn next week, which I think we will. I think we edge them. I just feel that DeBoer needs to, now allow some other people to get in that game as well to kind of see because, I know you the chat is saying the same thing. Nah, I know the chat is saying the same thing.
Look,
We
the
just
chat,
ready to
the chat
move
laughing
on.
at me. They laughing at me. They like, Smoot, nah, man. Listen, I've been
We just
hydrating
ready to
because
move on from the mirror roll thing. But I was just telling them, Smoot, that Oklahoma got an NFL defense front four, so he did not
the
step
front
up
seven.
no
Let's
time
say front seven because I think one of their linebackers is projected to go first round, and
for
then the other one
sure.
is getting first round grades, but he's an early day 2 pick. And then you got the D line. They got 2 prospects on the D line. That's NFL prospects. My thing is this, bro. I don't care. At this point, Alabama has 4 offensive linemen right now. Caden Proctor is a sophomore who's not even eligible for the draft. He's projected to go first round. Tyler Booker,
Right.
Parker Bressford, Jaden Roberts, all the first round prospects, early first round prospects. And then you got your right tackle. You should be able to suffice, man. You got a running back in the backfield, 2 running backs in the backfield. Justin Haynes could go in the draft this year and go second round right now. Jam Miller is projected second round because he's eligible.
Right.
Come on, we got enough assets to where guys just need to be dogs and execute and be better than the guy across from them.
They got to be dogs. I mean, and Smoot, what I'm saying is all we got to do is look at how Deion is coaching up Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
He's coaching up Colorado with a mentality. So, like you said, they came back. They may have lost, but they fought. You seen them fought. We're not fighting because we're on the sideline. We got the quarterback. He's under the tent. He ain't saying nothing to nobody. Then our defensive quarterback, he pretty much ain't saying nothing to nobody. That ain't Bama. Sometimes we can implement some Bama things that we used to do so we can get that on the sideline. It shouldn't be our legends on the sideline coaching up players.
Mm-hmm.
They coming on the field, coming to the game like, hey, man, listen, y'all got to play. And I'm hearing all these legends talking about, man, we need to do this. I'm coming to the game. No, we should have that on our team right now, period. And I think next year we're going to see the Bois system come and play. I think that, like you said, we got some great, people coming in. The transfer portal, I think that I'll say this, Smoot. I want the board to start recruiting in the state of Alabama and Georgia more.
You know what? You know what's crazy? And I want you to hear me, Saran. Because this is another moment where I may not be able to clip it. I may not have a mod to clip it because it's a lot of people out there like to do. Saran, you say you've been watching me for a while, right?
Yes.
Have I ever bet anything over $20? I don't think I've.
Not that I've seen. No.
There's somebody on Kangaroo Black, High Power TV, the Fairweather fan, president of the Fairweather fan club, who won't show up until Alabama loses.
Right.
He's saying that I bet him $300.
Are you serious? I've never seen you bet somebody over that.
Hey,
period.
For everybody that's watching, we got 368 people total watching between both platforms. Coach Smoot ain't got $300 to be betting. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I never had it, never will. And even if I did have it, I got a brother right now. Dante Sampson got the most off of me I ever bet, and that was $120 bet. Alabama, Georgia, 20 the year JMO went down in the SEC the national championship, 21. Right. That's the most I've ever bet. It ain't that I don't have it. I don't care to bet that much. It's not important to me to bet on some like. If I'm a bet that much, I'm one-on-one on the court. We put money under the hat, under the cup, on the court.
Right.
You playing me. I'm not betting on somebody else for my money. You know what I'm saying? So High Power TV, just like I paid somebody else. They bet on Vanderbilt. I just paid somebody else. They 25. We had a bet. I paid them.
Yeah.
I ain't got no problem with paying my bets, but 300. And
you probably a Georgia fan, man.
And that's the thing. High Power. He claimed to be a Bama fan. But you sitting there betting 300 against Bama?
Right.
That's crazy.
That don't even make no sense, man. That don't even make no sense at all, man.
And I got Fairweather fans that's watching right now. Fairweather fans, speak up. You don't have to be quiet right now. I haven't blocked all of y'all. Y'all been here? Y'all know me. I don't bet for real, but when I do bet, I'm not betting more than 20. I might give you 50 if you talk too much, Texas fans. I maybe gave one Texas fan $50, but bro, I'm a stint. I like to eat, so when
Right.
I don't waste money on bets. I like.
I know that's right.
Come on.
I
So,
know that's right.
but yeah,
Too.
but I like this comment, man. My thing is this. Somebody said, made me think of 2022 all over again. My thing is this year with the drop balls, a quarterback like Jalen, who's coming out. If you look at Jaden's high school film, he played at Katy ISD his last year of high school. He didn't play in the competitive league of Houston football, but he just ran all over everybody. You take that away from him in a game,
yeah,
you kind of kill what your offense is able to do. But they didn't necessarily take it away from him. We gave it away by dropping those early passes. Ryan Williams not catching those passes mess with Jalen's psyche the rest of the game. I don't care what nobody says.
That's emotional. What you said. That's the emotional thing. What you were saying earlier, Smook, about Jalen Milroe. Every time if you watch a game and Jalen Milroe goes maybe 4 for 4, we put up 40 points that game. Easy. Anytime he has a problem and they get into him, we scoring under 20 every game, and you can watch it every game. That's what it is. So it's an emotional thing with him, and I just hope he goes to an NFL team that can coach him up, just like I was saying, Jalen Hurts got coached up in Philly, because he's the same thing. We seen that Jalen Hurts got benched in the championship game for Tua, which is a slinger, like you said, the gunslinger that had the arm. So we seen this at Bama before. Where Tua came in, and the rest is history. So I just think that, like you said, I'm very excited for the future, and I'm very excited for our team and the coach. And it's not the coach's fault, so y'all can just chill off of him.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of he's gotta now get his team in play, because he's coaching 3 NFL players now because they're getting paid.
Mm-hmm. And see, we not even thinking about that, man. Like, I love Jalen, but I've been saying it since July,
right?
When he got the freaking August, the second week of August, when I see him get that fresh hairdo. And the funny thing is,
right? What about that? Like,
the funny thing is,
what was that?
So everybody that's laughing and thinking I'm just trolling.
No, you're right.
Jalen's stylist is this. She's the most known stylist in the area, right? So when he got him done, I hit girl up. I'm like, "Hey, you did Jalen hair, didn't you?" She's like, "Yeah." I told him he don't need it though. She said it. He don't need his hair growing just fine. His thing was he didn't want to go through the ugly phase. Same thing, like a lot of us fellas. We know when us fellas that's trying to grow locks. We worried about going through the ugly phase. I'm in the ugly phase now. You getting right at the ears.
Right.
That link there, the short link with the doo-doo twist. You ain't trying to do that. Sure. But my boy had some nice cornrows, man.
Right.
He had the nice cornrows. You could have kept rocking that throughout the season. Ain't nobody looking at your hairstyle through the season.
I said, what is he doing?
I said it too. Bro.
And then, when you play football, you understand, like, it's a lot goes into playing football. Football is not just watching it on Saturday or Sunday.
Talk about it, Sarah.
It's not. It's a week. We got to practice. I come from practicing 3 a days.
What?
I come from playing spring ball when we was locked in for 7 days straight.
7 days. You know what, Saran? I remember the summer. Let me tell you where I come from. So I come from Phoenix City, Alabama. You know where I come from.
Yeah, for sure.
We had the activity bus. We only had 3 buses because Russell County, you took the Seal, Alabama area, right? And then you went further down the road, like towards Union Springs and all of that, Patch, Chubby, Hurtsboro. But then back towards my way, South Phoenix City, Fort Mitchell, you had the bus. So we had 3 buses. 3 coaches rode these 3 buses. So in order to be at practice at 8 a.m., you had to be out at the bus stop where you got picked up, which was probably like a half mile from your spot because you had to be on the main highway. So I used to get up 6 o'clock, jog to that spot on the highway right there by Mount Olive Church and wait for the bus, me and my teammates. But these kids don't have to do that no more. Guess what? Why? They
don't do it.
Guess what? Because there's some agent that's talking to bum freaking dealership in Columbus, Georgia, right?
That's correct.
And guess what? They saying, hey, we got this kid over here that's getting looked at by Bama. Give him $40K in a car for over the next 8 months so he can stay committed to Bama. And that's what they got their car now. They showing up to practice late.
Yes.
And the coach can't say that to him. The coach can't say that to him because guess what? If the coach say something to him now, all he gonna do is put in his application for IMG, and the IMG gonna turn his highlight film on and be like, oh, cool, bring him on.
Yes.
Not knowing that he a freaking problem child and lacks discipline because he got a little. And guess what? When he go to IMG in Florida, which is a state that's approved NIL or name, image, and likeness for the high school players, same thing as Georgia. Oh, it's gonna be even worse. So now we're just building this bad. That's
exactly what's happening, and you see it. It's a mentality now that it's normal. It's no, it's a normal thing now to see, because it's pay for play. But like I was recruited by Georgia Tech, by Vanderbilt, Michigan, So, but I had a cold situation where it was like for Vanderbilt, I went there and pretty much they said you gotta work on houses on Sunday to get the scholarship. And I was like, what? In there, they gave me a pamphlet with half a helmet and half a work hat. Yeah. And I was like, oh hell nah, So I've seen, and then when I was, I made All-State in South Carolina my senior year. So Middleton and Joe Hamilton, I know you remember those guys went to Georgia Tech.
Yep.
So I was recruited with them. So I seen the backstories of college football back then when Joe Hamilton told them, if you don't, bring my cousin, which was Middleton and wide receiver, then I'm not coming to Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
But it was no money. It was just that. Now it's like you said,
money.
Joe Hamilton will be getting a couple $100,000 under the table right now.
Listen, so what's crazy is I was on a show with Marcus Dupree the other day. Great Alabama.
That's my guy. That's my guy.
And he talked about the I think he said it was like his freshman year he put in about $120K or something like that. He talked about that, but it was so spread out because they had to protect him. Right?
That's correct. Yes.
Ain't no protection now because it's all out there now. When you see Bryce Underwood, the flip from the LSU QB flip to Michigan, the fact that Michigan is allowing outlets to say Michigan flipped LSU QB commit for $10.8 million for 4 years.
Did you see that?
People
I got recruited by Bo Schembechler up there, man.
Right.
Michigan coach.
Come on now. Talk to him. Hey,
Tom Brady called this boy, man.
Yes.
And said, this is Tom Brady, and I got a check for you. He left. I'm out. It's over with. And Tom Brady is now co-owner of an NFL
people
team.
get mad at me because I don't like to throw that stuff out there. I love. And Saran, it's crazy. I might need to add you to this group text. So just so you don't think and I don't believe you think, but I think a lot of people that know for real or have an idea, when they hear me talk, they be like, oh, snap, Smook really putting in work because literally only three people are saying what he's saying. And those 3 people are always right. I'm in this, bro. For Recruits Bama on Twitter, I'm sorry. I'm in the group with these 3 people. When they say it, Steve ain't even in it. He's in this group, but he don't say nothing until these people say something.
Exactly.
So stop coming for me when I'm not appeasing to your feelings because you don't want to support the content. Support the content. $2.99. It ain't nothing for you to find out what's happening in recruiting.
Man, he know what he's talking about.
$2.99 is nothing to find out what's in recruiting when it matters. Like don't Ty Haywood. That might be a flip. He was never a full commit anyways. He was supposed to be going to Oklahoma in the first place.
Yep.
The fact that we even got him committed or Caleb Cunningham was a surprise. I said this when they committed.
Surprise. For sure. Because these boys behind the scenes, I'm telling you, it's a dirty game.
It's dirty. And you got Kalen DeBoer who don't know it, like he ain't no street dude. Like Kalen DeBoer is a for real church. He's your pastor.
Man, let me give y'all some insight. What I know right now, I'm gonna say it on your show. I deal with a company. Matter of fact, this company is actually promoting Roll Tide Willie, A game.
Yeah.
Drink. Energy
Ooh,
drink.
talk about it. Talk about it. Oh, I know where he going, y'all. Go ahead,
So
Sarah.
A game signed Caleb Downs, former NBA player. Alabama player, now plays for Ohio State. Right. So they was talking to Caleb when he was in Alabama. But the thing was, they was trying to sway him to go to Ohio State during the season.
Mm-hmm.
So they was telling Caleb, like, look, we got sponsors for you, and our collective is going to pay you this
$75,400.
You're going to get guaranteed bread to leave and
today.
Come back. So
they told Caleb today we will transfer to whatever account you need, 75,000.
Yes, today it happened. I know this for a fact because I know Jim Tressel and my partners that's over the collective Ohio State. They raised $150 million. I know this for a fact.
Yeah.
So I'm speaking facts.
Yeah.
So these guys got NFL bread. So when they make a call to Caleb Downs, the thing about, and I'm gonna give y'all some insight. Nick Saban had a great person, but he passed. We don't, and that's what's hurting our NIL.
Because we got to find out what's happening.
The money guy we had.
Who on that wheel is going to maintain the relationship that Nick Saban established?
There you go. So
Saran, stop talking, because I don't.
Yeah.
People need to pay for this. People need to pay for this. I'm not even tripping.
Pay for that game.
If they gonna go to and Bama O-line, y'all know I rock with y'all. Y'all know Bama O-line, Bama Central, all of y'all know I rock with y'all. What y'all do, y'all have set the trail. Y'all have blazed the trail of Bama reporting insight. But I'm gonna tell you right now, after January, February, I'm not holding back no more. Saran, what you doing right now?
You don't need to.
I'm not holding back because NIL has killed media. NIL has killed the way of college football from what I knew it to be, from what you knew it to be. NIL has killed it. So it's free game right now to the media coverage of what this college game is. And guess what? Who ain't scared to step out and be wrong or right? This joker right here. Because guess what? At the end of the day, y'all gonna judge me regardless. Y'all gonna talk about if I'm right. When I told y'all that Coach Huff and what's the other coach that was supposed to be coming from Washington with the boy?
I know you're talking about that end up staying out there.
When Grubbs and Huff, Scott Huff and Grubb. When I told y'all, I said y'all still worried about. I said y'all tripping about Huff staying, and he went that later, 9 hours later, after I made that tweet and announced in front of the Yay Alabama club, I'm gonna be your offensive coordinator, Scott Grubb. He went out there.
Total lie.
And said, I'm gonna be your next Alabama offensive coordinator. And then 23 hours and 17 minutes later, he signs to go to Seattle. And then people come at me like I was lying. But beforehand, before he announced it and I said it, oh, you right. But now, so this is why I say about recruiting. Y'all keep on playing into this new mindset of college football, or this old mindset of college football. The new mindset is you better listen every day. Keep your ears open.
You better listen to Coach Smoot, guys, because I'm telling you, that's why when Coach Smoot, you seen me kind of tweeting you in the chat what I was saying, because Bama at a 3-loss Bama, if you look at the top 25, and I'll break that down, it's also a money thing. So it's shaky because they know the top 5. They know the top 5 cannot run through a SEC schedule. The top 5, except Texas, because they there, right? They understand that. And Texas didn't run through a SEC schedule either, not this year. So if you look at Ohio State and all those other teams, Notre Dame, who lost to NIU, they can't go week for week. So you don't think the committee is thinking that, like, well, that's why I said wait till next week and you'll start seeing things, because money is ruling college football. Period.
Bro, the Super League is coming. The Super League.
Yeah, the Super League is coming.
You know what's crazy right now? So you got a 9. You're going to possibly have a 9-3 Alabama team.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to possibly have a 9-3 Ole Miss team. You're going to possibly have a 9-3 LSU team.
Georgia team too. If they lose the championship,
you might have a 9-3 Georgia team. You might have a 9-3 Texas A&M team.
Texas A&M team. That's
so
right.
You telling me all of these 2 and 3 loss teams in the SEC are worse than your Boise State, Miami, SMU?
Exactly.
I mean, to me, if I'm being honest, SMU is the best team in the ACC right now.
Oh, SMU is hands down. That's why I said they're going to win the ACC.
I think they do
Miami
too.
Can't do nothing with them.
I think they do too. But you telling me that Alabama can't go and beat the SMU right now?
For sure. That's what I'm saying. That's what my thing is, that we got to understand as Alabama fans and Nick Saban seen this. That's why he stepped down, because when you're of his age, it's a lot that goes behind the scenes with this. And when you lose your money guy, then, it gets different. So now you hear Nick Saban saying, well, I'm going to put myself in front of this so I can raise NIL money. So I'm going to use my name and image and likeness to raise money for the school. So we got to respect Nick too for what he's trying to do for the program.
He literally stepped away. He if anybody kept their word when it came to Alabama football, Coach Saban did.
He did. And
he said
people don't know that's what he's doing. He's out here working his name to raise capital for us to sustain, because he knows if we gonna actually compete with $150 million Ohio State budget, and we gotta use Nick Saban to our advantage.
Not just that, bro. You gotta understand, like, these collectives are not regulated yet. That's what the problem is.
You're right. That's right. That's right.
They're not regulated.
Correct.
So how do you maintain some type of legitimacy without being regulated, but also not putting yourself, because what's happening is none of these actions have a statute of limitations right now.
No.
So
at all.
What Ohio State is doing this year, 3 years from now, they could be penalized for it.
That's correct. They had a $20 million budget this year.
No, not even
$20 million.
$28 million. Let's do that. And they spent $18 million in the portal. Not even on their recruiting class. They spent $18 million in the portal.
Yes, that's
bro. You know what? I almost cried just now. I almost got emotional because I think about it. If Ohio State was able to spend $18 million in the portal, imagine if Nick Saban had retired or said that I'm going to retire. If Nick Saban had told us in September that this was his last September, if he would have told us, imagine what Greg Byrne and his staff would have been able to do, collect with the collectives and everything, knowing that Saban
that hurt us.
It probably would have hurt us.
No, I'm saying, Smoot, you're right. No, I'm saying that hurt us for him.
No, I'm saying telling
us late.
I think it would have hurt us if he would have told us early. With the type of team we had last year, me personally, I know a lot of people feel like it would have helped us. I feel like it would have hurt us with NIL being so fresh, but it would have helped the administrative side.
Right.
Instead of playing catch up in the offseason, we would have been on path, on track with everybody else, and then we would be able to be ahead. Because right now we play catch up, and we ended up being ahead starting the season and recruiting.
And we did a great job doing it too. Yeah.
But now you see it starting to bite us in the butt because now the product doesn't match the message right now.
There you go. Yes. You Smoot, you know what?
Smart as hell, ain't it? My daddy taught me good.
They better listen to you, man. They better listen because you telling them
shout out to Pop Smoot, man. Pop, listen. The only difference between
losses is not bad for
it's
what
not.
we've been through.
It's not man.
Bad. Trust me, it's not. And you got to think about this. 2 of the losses, we was in the game.
Vandy,
we was in the game.
Vandy and Tennessee, bro.
We was in the game. So
2 away games at that, bro.
Bad.
2 away games, 2 conference away games.
And look, Vandy went toe to toe with that Georgia. They done went toe to toe with Texas. So we can't look at ourselves like, oh well, we got 3 losses and this and that. No, for what we had to spend and what we had to do with getting the boy in at the certain time. If y'all remember, Smoke, I was following you then.
Mm-hmm.
We had a big gap in getting a coach. Remember, because we was Burning them had to move quick, and they was, it was so much. So it was a lot of things happening behind the scenes and a lot of phone calls happening because Florida State was calling the phones. Trust me.
Texas.
That's a school that's always been. I'm just gonna tell y'all, Florida State loves Alabama. Trust me.
Yes.
They love our players. They always on the phone. And they got a couple of our players that went there, and they went 1-13. So that good luck with those players.
So, Saran, I want you to give me this answer straight up. Does that go to prove my point that it's not necessarily about the players? You have to be able to develop. You have to be able to develop.
Nick Saban backed your statement up. He said it on game day. He said, hey, you're spending all that money, but it ain't about the value of the money. It's about the value of the player. He said what you were saying. So Nick said it, and he been our coach, and he knew the value of those players that went to Florida State. And he pretty much saying, y'all bought the help. Y'all didn't buy the real players. Y'all bought our help. So take the help. So we got to start understanding as fans. We're gonna the level, and you said this earlier, Smoke. The level of us being fans of this team is going to change because of the way college sports. You're almost gonna have to be. You're gonna have 2 NFL teams. You're gonna have a college NFL team, and you're gonna have an NFL team that you like. Think about how you like the NFL team.
Yep.
It's the same thing. You buy the merchandise. You support them, but the game is different. So the game is changing in college football because of the money. It's the same thing. So listen to Coach Smoot, subscribe to his channel, follow him because he's giving y'all real game from a coach's perspective. So if y'all not listening to him or trolling him, then like he said, y'all need to just go to another channel.
For real, man. And you know what? I appreciate the love, Saran. Like for real, this your
No
first.
doubt,
This my first time having you on. Oh, remembering you being on the phone.
Yeah.
What's your handle in the chat so I can make sure I know when Saran talking in the chat?
It's Saran92277, man.
Okay, bet. Make sure I want to make sure you are heard because you are a refreshing voice. I'm looking at the comments in the chat. You are definitely a refreshing voice because we not sunshine pumping like a lot of people accuse us for sunshine pumping over here. No, it's not that we sunshine pumping. It's just as a coach, when I go back in the locker room and my team may have played the worst game of their season, I will not sit there and highlight my players' worst moments of their freaking season. You can't. And expect them to show up Sunday for film session and then Monday for practice and Tuesdays for practice. No.
It's not going to happen.
And for some of y'all content creators that's on this platform that got all these followers, you done grew up, you done blew up over the week, over the summer, over this off season, you done blew up. And now you got 70, 80 people chapping into your chat and you over there crying, Giant Sports crying, complaining. Right. Whining, being fair weather, and you wonder why our fan base is so aggregated because they follow your lead. You're confident enough to get on the screen, put a mic in front of you, and say the stupid stuff that you say.
For sure.
And then try to tell people don't cheer when we win. You did the same thing.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah,
so at the end of the day, I'm like this, bro. I ain't never gonna be fair weather. I'm never going to make excuses for my players not playing to their potential or coaches not coaching to their potential. But at the end of the day, when I call it out, I'm not looking at it as if it can't be fixed because my team to this point has won 8 games. They have won 8 games compared to the 3 that they lost. Great job. And guess what? We not ducking the smoke like the Big Ten is. We ducking don't talk about that. Don't talk about our number 7 strength of schedule. that we had to endure
we
during.
got ducking the smoke.
Come on, number
Think about
7
that.
strength of schedule, and we lost our head coach, offense coordinator, defense coordinator,
All of
offensive
that.
line coach, linebacker coach, the cornerback coach, free safety coach.
All of it.
Bro, we lost our general manager. We lost our director of player personnel.
We lost our number 1 receiver, number 1 safety. You know,
corner, all of that. We lost our second best offensive lineman. We lost we lost our number 1. Jace Lee was the number 1 rated offensive lineman.
Right.
Come on, we lost all of this, and we're 8-3, bro. We literally missed the playoffs because we dropped an early game in a season or a phase where we did not know our identity, and we have fans literally quitting. We had a quote unquote fan come through and say, "I'm no longer a Bama fan. Go Dogs."
Yeah, ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Listen,
not only do you flip,
something.
but you flip to the team we beat with our trash team that you played.
This is what I'm saying. Like, and this is what we got to understand too. Georgia, I'm gonna talk about Georgia. So,
Georgia, hold on. Before you go, Sarah, I feel the energy behind this one. This one's a little bit closer to the heart. You like me. You tired of these Georgia fans, bro. Go ahead, take it, bro.
Georgia, listen, y'all. Georgia, I don't care if they going to the SEC championship, wherever they going. If you look at their team and you play football, they are not going. Kirby will tell y'all he probably do not want to go with that team to the playoffs. Trust me, because he know they're not going to win. They're not going to win nothing because they're weak in the secondary, right? They pretty much our quarterback is better than their quarterback. Do y'all think that? Y'all don't see that? That Beckton threw how many 10 interceptions? You know, our quarterback just like Smook, you just said it. He just came into a system that we had no identity. So at the end of the day, that's what this is. So our team is actually better than Georgia. And I can go on Texas too. I mean, we could talk Texas, you know, because Texas is the same thing. You know, they take Isaiah Bond off that team and then talk to me. Take him off, right? And then you talk to me and then tell me, you know, just like Smook said, we lost all these players and we still competing. And y'all want to say, well, go Dogs and hook 'em horns. Man, y'all crazy. Trust me. So, like I said, I mean, I'm Roll Tide forever. I mess with Coach Smook. And Coach Smook, I commend you for having your own channel, doing your thing. And you keep doing your thing, and I'm going to support till the wheels fall off.
Appreciate you, Saran, for real, man. You know, it's crazy. Tonight is one of them shows I don't really have a format of how I want to do this, but I've had you on the phone for 52 minutes, man. And I can honestly say, bro, this is like you. It's people that call in and we keep them on the line because there's quality conversation. And it's not because we're agreeing, but it's just like, everybody talking about us not being realistic about our team. But this is realistic. This is a team that if you roll over, so let's say we're laying flat on our back, right?
Exactly.
This is a team where when we open our eyes and wake up in the morning, right? If we roll right, nobody mess with us. If we lean left and then roll right, everybody has a chance. If we roll left, you still don't have a chance. Like, so it's the indecisiveness. It's not about which side we pick, because we can play our worst game and still be better than your team. We can play our best game and definitely be better. It's the indecisive gameplay that makes you just as good as us. And if anybody hears that statement, and I'm gonna say it clear. Our team right now, this season, first year on the Kalen the board, with all the talent, everything, we're like a body that's sleeping on flat on his back. When we wake up first thing in the morning, if the right is the way to go, if we roll over right to give us a perfect day, and we roll over right, nobody can stop us.
That's right.
If we roll over left and that's not even a good day, nobody can beat us, for real. Like, we're still a decent team. But the moment we wake up and we roll half left and try to roll right, or roll half right and try to roll left, or if we rock the wrong way, and then go to that's when teams look like they can hang with us. And because of that, I think Kalen DeBoer now, he's never had to deal with this type of situation. He has a new
Never.
challenge, and now we see a different form of coaching. He's been immaculate at every stop. Now he has a new challenge. I think this is the perfect situation for what we need, man.
I agree. You Smoke, well said. I can't even come after that because you just said it. That's exact. He has a new challenge. You know, now he understands, okay, I'm here. I understand how to go to Vanderbilt, go here, Tennessee. I felt that. Now I understand how I got to mold these players into doing that because I'm molding a different player. I'm molding a player that is worth $2.5 million.
Mm-hmm.
Not Reggie Ragland and them that couldn't even buy dinner. It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. So, now I got to mold them as a pre-NFL player. So he's going to do a great job at that. Trust me.
Me too. I really think this. And shout out to my lady KT, man. She said something that was so instrumental as far as my thinking of this new era of college football. She took a interview that Kane Womack did early in the season, and Jamarcus Shepard and Kalen DeBoer. She took their dynamics, right, and their delivery, and she was like, "If y'all want me to be honest, I don't think Kalen DeBoer is bought into being at Alabama. Not necessarily coaching
That's
Alabama.
A fact.
I don't. She said not necessarily coaching Alabama to be a championship team. I don't think he's bought into the university, the state with Alabama.
Yes, he's a fan. Think about when
he's
you
a good coach.
College.
He's a great coach. He's a great coach. He's a good coach.
Yes.
He's taking on a challenge. But as far as being bought into what Alabama football is, it's not his fault that he doesn't understand. But Kane Womack, somebody who is grown up in the SEC territory in the footprint.
He understands it, yes.
Man, did you see? So what game that was? His dad was on the sideline. They highlighted it.
Yeah, that was a couple of games ago.
Man, did you see the intensity between Pops and Junior?
Yes.
Like, that was crazy to see. And like a regular football fan won't understand it. But me having a headset on, I could just imagine. Okay, my dad's not as hip to football as far as coaching. Like I dove into it. But basketball, me and my dad could sit down and watch basketball, NBA, college all day, and we talk basketball. You wouldn't even know what game we're watching because we're not even talking about the team that's on the court. We're talking about what's happening on the court.
What's happening, though. Right.
So, like, I feel like that's where David Womack and Kane are at. And imagine, man, Kane Womack as the head coach. You talking about Nick Saban, a younger version, because that's what attracted Nick Saban to Alabama. His defensive philosophy.
Exactly.
South Alabama was trending like crazy.
South Alabama had one of the best defenses in the nation.
Number 26 out of 134 teams, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we tripping. So
124th ranked recruiting class, right? At South Alabama. Then you go out and you put out a 26th ranked, and you faced 4 FBS schools, Power 5 schools that season.
They faced the SEC.
4 opponents out of your 12 in that regular season, you held them under their averages. And they were 2 of them were SEC opponents, and the other 2 were other Power 5 opponents. Come on, man. Kane Womack's system is not the problem. I need my players to dial in and be a little bit more passionate, want to deliver.
That's exactly what it is.
The defense did it tonight. I can't even hate, bro. The defense did it tonight. It was another one of them situations where our offense, if we would have capitalized on one of those extra possessions, and I hate to be the dead horse, but if we capitalize on one of those, chat, the score is 10-10 at the half. If we just capitalize on one of the first half possessions that the defense gave us, the score is 10-10 after the first half, or 10-3. We holding a 3.
I don't know, Smoke. Did you see the after game press conference with DeBoer? DeBoer said it. DeBoer said we never got to get momentum at all. We never got the momentum to where we can do our thing. People don't understand. Football is about momentum. You can see it. So And that's emotional, mental. That's what we're talking about. So all of that goes into create momentum on the field. So we never created momentum shifts because, like you said, Williams dropped passes. So that in turn, it shell shocks our quarterback. And then in return, now it hurts the line from blocking because now he's in the pocket and they holding and standing their ground for 4 or 5 seconds and he's on the ground. So that's the problem with this. And it's a daisy chain. It creates a daisy chain at that point. And we never got out of that funk at all. And I think that's the problem with not having leaders on the field. I mean, true leaders. I'm not talking about, I got a captain. And I'm talking about somebody that's saying, yo, man, listen.
Get your butt in there.
I don't care what you saying. You ain't playing, period. You know.
Look, hey, shout out to the 48 likes on the stream, man, on YouTube. Give me 2 more likes. We get to 50. This phone call segment is going to be on as long as you all want it. I'm here for it. I'm here for the smoke. I'm one of the creators. I know what I said. I called this score. I said 38. No, I said 41-13. If you look at this game, 3 extra possessions in the first half. It should have been 28-7.
Yes.
You look at the possessions we get 2 possessions in the second quarter. Well, 3 possessions in the second quarter, 2 possessions in the third quarter, and 4 possessions in the fourth quarter. You trying to tell me there's not a chance for us to have 41 points against this trash OU secondary?
We never got to, and that's what I'm saying. Anytime, just do the research. Anytime we score 40 or better, we win the game. That's what
you know what the magic number was for this team this season? 24. It wasn't even 40.
What? I mean, Smoke, 24. Smoke, you're right. When we get to a certain level, but like you said, if we're not scoring, and again that goes, and everybody try to blame the offensive line, and I hate that being an offensive lineman because I'm watching the game from the trenches.
Yeah.
Right, and I'm looking like, no, Milroe should have stepped up right there. He should have took off right there. No, Jam Miller, why you didn't block right there? That's how I'm looking at the game.
Talk to
why
me,
are
bro.
you missing blocks? And
Stop beating on Pritchett. Elijah Pritchett made some crazy improvement this year.
That's what I'm saying. Our line is up for awards. Do y'all understand that? They're up for awards to be, right now. They're up for them.
And you know what? I can't even blame Jam when he stepped up that hesitation because he had to make a decision too.
That's right.
He had to make this. He had 2 blocks that he could have picked up, but he had to make a decision. It's on Milroe to be assertive, man, and
he got to be assertive. Well, I mean, it's the end of the season now, but he should have had learned from that. Because you want me to tell you something? Western Kentucky did the same thing week 1. They did,
and he did not capitalize in that game. The only difference was they didn't have enough talent across the field to make up for it.
That's correct.
Saying? Week 1,
yes.
But these are things that, and people that keep on saying I'm sunshine pumping it out. I've been talking about these issues since week 1, week 2.
Yes, you have. You have. That's what I'm saying. I'm stamping you. I'm stamping Smoke saying, listen, the man's been saying this. He's seen it early. He said. Milroe, he was saying it. I don't know. He was, so he's been saying this
because then the stuff that I was complaining about or saying that he need to fix, he shows up next week and then the following week and he's like, this dude first second quarterback off the board, third quarterback off the board.
Remember, I texted you in the chat and I said this been a weird season. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like 1 week, I'm looking at Jalen Milroe and he's top first round. Then the next week I look at him, I'm like, he's going to the CFL.
Right. All right, god dang USFL player.
Yeah, he's going to the Birmingham Stallions. So
like, come on now. Come on to the Stallions and keep me out.
Like, is it a cancer in the team? Like I'm thinking from a player perspective, like, is it cancers in the locker room, and what is it? But then I'm looking on the field and everybody locked in. So I'm like, it's him.
It's him.
It's him.
let's
It's
and you know
him.
what? You know what? Let's give Jalen credit because he's never once like pushed it off. He's never pushed off the responsibility.
That's why. Yes.
I can respect that. I love the interviews. I love how you carry yourself.
Yes.
But son, at the same time, when you're hurt and your injury is hurting the team, I need that same leadership to be able to step up and say,
Smooth, let me say this to you to back this up. I mean, cut you off because I want to
go ahead. I already know what's coming. Go ahead.
Remember Bryce Young? Y'all remember that name? Bryce Young is half Milroe's size. I'm talking about height and weight. And he was stepping up in the pocket. That's how he got to the league. So how can Milroe, who is 100 pounds more than Bryce Young, step up in the pocket? I'm telling you, so that shows you what Smook is talking about. Bryce Young stepped up, and if y'all remember the Auburn game that we won, in the last seconds, he stepped up. Bryce Young stepped up, bang, and hit the shot. Now the thing is same thing with Isaiah Bond with Milroe, and I think another thing what this is as well. I think that he's trying to get Williams the award. I think him and Williams are so locked into each other because I'll be watching his eyes, and that's why he got so many interceptions. He's looking at Williams. You don't do that. You don't look at your target, man. You look around.
But you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, bro? I say this. It's two play. Well, the outs, the deep ball interceptions to Williams, I'm not mad at those.
I'm not mad at those.
But
you gotta shoot. You
take your shot. But at least give him a ball where he can make play on it, like you did early in the season. But those two interceptions, underneath interceptions.
Oh my God,
Milroe, there's no way. I don't care. I see my anytime I see safeties bailing out from the hashes on the snap.
Yes.
I'm not testing anything in the flats. I know for a fact my only options, if I see any, I don't care if it's one high. If I see a one high safety bail out to any side of the hash or the middle third, I know what type of coverage I have underneath. More than likely, it's going to be covered too. I know my curls and flats are taken away.
Oh my God! Listen. Why? I said the same thing. Milroe, if you see the safety sliding out,
why you don't automatically even if you mix it up for me, coach, even if the defensive coordinator makes it exotic and my safety bails out 4-step to outside hash and comes back to hug the step. That's 3 or 4 steps that I still have a chance to be an athlete.
For sure. No doubt about it. I mean, if you slide up, see what it is what Milroe don't understand is if he slide up. See, the problem is it keeps the defense honest because they know. I'm gonna say this. If you look at if everybody in the chat go back and look at the LSU game, the LSU was sliding up, and that's how he was taking off because the field was so clear to him. Now he can see. Oh well, shit! I can run 50 yards, but when he don't do it, then he's not an accurate passer. So. He's throwing interception. He's not reading. I mean, it was a couple of plays. Ryan Williams was wide open. I'm talking about had burnt this man, wide open.
Did Kendrick get hurt again? I need to look at something. Did Kendrick Law get hurt again?
Something's up with Kendrick Law. Yeah, something's up with Kendrick Law.
Because there was a few plays, especially on them screen looks, man. Where I'm trying to figure out
people killed too. Smoke, he's getting people. He got Prentice hurt. He got Prentice hurt in it was Vanderbilt, Tennessee game. Vanderbilt. That was Milroe's fault.
Yeah, and see, I don't. People love to talk about me supporting Milroe, but they don't come in here and be like, man, you call Milroe the live game sim today when I was at the bar today, and shout out to them fine aunties that were sitting at the bar, but hey. Right. It was some bad,
Beautiful.
some bad aunties out there today. Just beautiful, beautiful black women, boy. You know, I love my aunties out there. You know, them young
Shout out to
50s,
the
they
aunties.
out here, bro. I'm like, hold on, y'all looking 28 and 30-ish out here, 54.
Right.
Look, I said, don't you lie to me, Thomas. How old you think? I said, you ain't pushing more than 41, 42. Baby said she was 54. I said, God doggone.
Yeah, looking beautiful. Yeah, they out here.
Looking like you're looking with your luxurious self. You look like you fry fish and tuck me in at the same time.
Yeah, tuck me in at night.
Come on, collard greens, fresh cut collards, the whole leaf greens, brother. You know what I'm saying? But nah, even they were saying the same thing, bro. Like, Miro don't sit and I said this, man. You gotta come with a different passion. I love Miro's countenance, how he carries himself, but I want an AJ McCarron type quarterback when it comes to mentality.
Yes.
I want a quarterback that say, F you, my team better. I don't care what the call is. If I don't like it, I'm confident enough to know that my players trust me. And I think that's what hurts this offense and what's going to be a priority or a primary factor in the portal. If Miro decides to entertain the idea to come back, a lot of guys are going to come back and say, well, Miro, we stayed because you told us to stay. Kobe, Kendrick, all those guys, they stayed because Miro said, hey, let's stay. Yeah,
they did.
You didn't reward Kendrick for staying. You didn't reward Kobe for staying. You didn't reward Danny Lewis for staying.
Yeah, none of them, man.
Danny's supposed to be at LSU right now with Mason Taylor as the number 2 tight end, and he probably would be the leading target right now at LSU right now if Danny was there as far as the tight end. So don't be surprised if he hit the portal and go to LSU. Or go to La Tech for a year and then go to LSU.
That's what I'm saying. Because and that was my whole thing about this. Because I look at DeBoer and I'm like, regardless of the fact, so if you don't want him to slide up, DeBoer, run plays for the tight end, run 2 tight end offenses. You gotta mix it. You gotta protect him and give him some easy throws. It's almost like a basketball player. You know, they got to get, some jumpers first before they can hit threes, right? So Milroe is that type of quarterback. He got to get some short passes in to get his confidence up because he's not an accurate quarterback, guys. He's not an accurate quarterback. So it's just like, look at him like Cam Newton. Him and Cam Newton to me and Jalen Hurts are all the same guys.
Mm-hmm.
You know, once their confidence is up, you can't stop them. But if their confidence is down, you're going to see some crazy interceptions. You're going to be like, why did you throw that? Why you didn't run here? Because they're shell shocked. So, at the end of the day, I don't think, not DeBoer, but Shepard Gate put them in positions. And that's another thing that I hate about Nick Saban era.
Oh, man.
We've lost so many offensive coordinators. So many offensive coordinators in that era, because that's what we really need, an offensive coordinator to sit there. I don't think we haven't had a true offensive coordinator
since 2017. Since 2017.
I'm not even going to say his name, but we haven't had a doggone offensive coordinator at all, and that hurts the quarterback because Lane and our offensive coordinators up in. That's another thing I hate. Why are you in the booth? You got Jalen Milroe. You need to be on the sideline.
You know what?
You gotta coach him up.
You know what? With the offensive staff we had, like last year, I didn't want Tommy Rees. I didn't too much care. I was a fan of
I
having
didn't like Tommy Rees at all.
If we're gonna have Tommy Rees, keep him up in the booth. Let him see everything that's happening above.
Tommy Rees would definitely, for sure.
But for Sheridan, somebody that doesn't, he's been in the booth for the whole time he's been with you on your staff, coach. And then last year was the first year on the sideline with you. Bring him to the sideline and let him call the plays from the viewpoint that you see it.
Yes.
But I understand because you had Jamarcus Shepard, who's your pass game coordinator, on the sideline, handling your personnel switches and all of that. So coordinating for the pass game. But I want Sheridan on the sideline because that's my
sure.
quarterback guy. That's my quarterback guy. Put Shep in the top and let your tight end or your offensive line coach handle your personnel grouping for your wide receiver. Now,
Smooth.
to their advantage, man. This is a system that Kalen DeBoer has had in place as far as placement of his staff. He's had this in place since he took his first head coaching job at Fresno. So my thing is Sheridan, when he's in his bag, man, up top, he's in his bag.
Yes.
When it's time to make you know what? I'm gonna have to go back and watch the game again. I'm not even gonna.
Smoke. Let me Smoke. Let me tell you how you're right. From a football perspective, as a lineman, we getting off plays at 4 and 3 seconds because his ass is in the booth. That's why he's not on the sideline. That's why we're not getting plays off on time, because it's got to come from upstairs. It's got to go to this guy, get the mill roll, and you in Tennessee where you can't hear. So, and you in the booth. So if Milrow, who is a shell-shock quarterback, is looking on the sideline, you ain't there to say, oh, I see this, or I see this. No, check down into this. Change this, kill that. That's how. So you can't leave a quarterback like Milrow and you in the booth. You got to be downstairs with him. And I'm gonna show you. Wasn't Lane on the sideline?
Yeah.
With Jalen Hurts?
Yeah.
And two, he was on the sideline. Why? Because he understood I got to coach him up.
But you know what? Sark, Lane, those guys, they told Saban they wasn't going to the booth.
No doubt. I mean, they real coaches though.
but they also had previous head coaching experience before they came under
For
coach.
Sure.
So, and I will say this, and it took me a minute to understand this. And I talked with one of the former coaches. I don't know if you know Coach Dunn from Columbus, Georgia. I mean, when you talk about spread option offense,
yes,
he is one. Yes. You won't hear his name. For everybody that's in the chat that's listening, that's kind of not, don't care. Historically, Southeast, when you started seeing Florida, Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, even Louisiana, teams start to run a spread option. Levi Dunn Sr. was part of that whole. You go to a lot of coaching clinics and circuits in the Southeast. Yes. You will hear that name. He was the originator. His son, I was able to sit and coach with his son at Calvary High School when we won our state championship in 2021. And he taught me a lot of the nuances and the understanding of the concepts and the levels of the passing concepts that could come out of this spread option formations, which are 11 personnel, your 12 personnel. Sometimes you go 10. Sometimes you go 10 personnel with 4 wide, but you bring it tight ends. Right. I mean, your wide receivers close enough. So it's all about creating misalignment with the defense and getting guys in. And so you look at it. I look at what Nick Sheridan does with formations, and he does a lot of the same things. I just need my quarterback to be more efficient in dissecting these things. I feel like I know the game good enough, but I don't feel like I'm a tier 2, tier 1 coach right now. I got so much to learn.
You know how to read defenses, and he don't. See, our quarterback do not know how to read a defense. That's why our coach got to be on the sideline, because he got to have another eye. And Milrow, I see him. He be on the headset. So what you saying? And then he like, well, I seen this. And Milrow said, huh? What you say? Because he in Tennessee. Yeah. And then before you know it, it's 18, 17 seconds. Now Milrow got to say, okay, this is the play, da-da-da. And then he looking at, they changed the play. And then it's 4 seconds left.
Hey, but you know what else, bro? It's on Milrow. Like, my thing is this. At this point in the season, when you faced Orlando, USF, and what's the defensive coordinator? I forget his name.
Yes.
When you faced them, Tennessee literally they didn't change anything from what you saw. So
they didn't change
it. Against Tennessee, you got to look at and this is where Milrow's going to have to grow. That's why I say he's going to be your best overlooked prospect in the draft, because he's going to go somewhere like Michael Penix. Michael Penix sitting in Atlanta right now. I'm just waiting for Kirk Cousins to have a bull crap high ankle sprain, and I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my season as a Falcons fan. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my season.
Yep, it's coming.
It might be the second drive of tomorrow. I guarantee you. Yeah, it's coming. But and see, this is why I hate the money in college football now, because y'all see what, man, Show me where Jalen Murrow in tonight's game took a bigger hit than he took against USF, against
Right.
who was it? It wasn't Ole Miss. What was that week 3 game? It wasn't Georgia.
I mean, South Carolina
South Carolina hit him a few times, bro.
Ooh, I mean,
But
South
now
Carolina
all of a
was
sudden,
crazy.
after this loss, when he just was off, oh, my elbow, my left arm, bro, you ain't even took
You
a hit on
seen
your
him.
upper
Yeah,
body like that.
yeah,
You're so
yeah.
it's money driven, media agenda.
It's money
But,
driven, and
but
it's, yep,
what's going to happen with this staff and Coach Kalen DeBoer as he continues to learn? He's still
yes,
learning.
yep.
I guarantee you next season, there will be a different approach to how these games are started. I not even next
no
season.
doubt about
I
it.
guarantee you next week against Auburn, there will be an initiative pushed out there so that we can end this season strong.
Yes, yep.
And recruiting is a priority. This 25 class is a priority. Seeing guys like Luke Metz, Duke Johnson, Keelan Russell, Mal Waldrop, Brian, Michael Carroll, some of the key guys, 5-star guys that are staying committed.
Mm-hmm.
Be vocal about staying committed and being the change that needs to happen. Watch what happens next year.
I agree. I mean that's what we need. That's why I said, as Bama fans, we should be happy that we with our record, and the Nick Saban era is over with Milroe, because Milroe is a Nick Saban's quarterback. It's not, so we got to look at that this team mostly is still part of the Nick Saban era, and we got to get rid of that era to get to the new era, because we're still in the mix. And that's why I think Kalen DeBoer is having a lot of issues with, because he's pacifying a lot of that too. He's not trying to trust me, if he was in the second year with Milroe would probably been benched a while ago.
Oh yeah.
Seriously.
Oh yeah, and people don't want to realize that. Like I honestly believe Kalen DeBoer looked at, and this is a guy that has developed quarterbacks. So you telling me that Kalen DeBoer went to practice for 4 months, right? For 4 months, over 30 different sessions, and looked at looked at Jalen, Ty, Dylan, and Austin, and said, I don't care how good Ty is. I don't care how much better Ty is. I'm gonna go with Jalen because this is what the fan. No, he looked and said Ty is not gonna. He's gonna let the ball rip. He might have a pretty ball, but this man gonna get us about 4 interceptions a game. Can our defense hold?
Yep.
That's what Ty gonna do. I love Ty's ball, but he's gonna throw it. He don't care.
Ty rips that ball for sure. Yeah.
He don't care. He don't have long-term memory. He got short-term memory loss. If he throw a pick, Ty gonna come out there and throw the same pick next drive.
He's a gunslinger for sure.
He gonna let it go. He don't. Okay, I threw a pick. I'm sorry.
He's dark at Ole Miss. That's who he is.
Nah, he ain't even dark, because Ty don't even feel remote. You know what? It's like getting caught cheating on your girl, right? And if you get caught, you like, dang, man, my bad, baby. I ain't even want to hurt you like that. I'm tripping. She said she wanted to link up. It's me. It's my fault. That ain't even the type of energy Ty got. Ty be like, shoot, you a good woman, but shoot, she hit me up too. That John looked like it was fun. So but I love you. You know what I'm saying, girl?
Right.
And guess what? If she hit me up again, I might go do it again. But guess what? I want to be with you. You my girl. That's what Ty is at the quarterback situation. And some coaches next year, we can live with that. We got a defensive system where everybody's familiar. You got a lot of young guys that play this year. Got a lot of guys that's going to return. Got experienced defense coming back here next year.
Yeah.
So you could do that with Ty Simpson next year. This year, everything new. Hey, Jalen, go run this play. If it ain't there, try to run.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. And he doesn't do it at an effective rate, but he does it enough to get us in position to where we're almost in the playoffs and almost in the conference championship game. So I'm solid with that.
We will be in the play. We will have I would say, to me personally, I felt that this team would have had one loss if he would have just slid up and ran. And like you said, if we would have one loss, because the thing about, and you said this earlier, what we don't understand as fans is that the linebacker position is not really a safety position. and they're really hybrid. So everything in the second and third layer on the field is hybrid. It's not what it used to be. So Jalen Milroe being 234, he's gonna truck right over them. I mean, they got.
Facts.
That's why you see. So that's the problem. At the end of the day, and I'm gonna say this.
Yeah, Stephen G. My fault, bro.
Go ahead.
Saran. Hey, Stephen G. Yeah, Sooners could call in as long as you let me go take another pee break. Because my thing is, look, Stephen, did I not yesterday? I said if Alabama execute like I say, we supposed to run away with this game. But if we don't, this is still Oklahoma. This is a team that can win. This is
still a legendary team. For sure.
I said this. We are supposed. Alabama was supposed to win, Stephen. We were supposed to win. You said it. But if we did not execute, like I said, man, this is at the end of the day, X's, O's, Jimmy and Joe's. Something got to line up at some point, and neither one lined up for Alabama tonight. No excuses.
Yep.
We could talk about the one play that got taken away that would have changed the game momentum.
That doesn't mean nothing.
That don't mean nothing. When I say in the first quarter on the second drive, when we had a 3rd and 4, and my top wide receiver prospect in the class of 2024 drops a freaking wide open crosser.
Yeah.
That was the game. I said it with in my fair weather, the little space of fair weatherness that I have in my mind, right? The little space of human nature that I have in my mind when it comes to supporting my teams. In my head,
right.
In the first quarter, when Ryan Williams dropped that second pass, and then family, AAA, Ryan Williams dropped 2 passes on the same drive.
Yeah.
Somebody explain to me how that happens. But then, you know what I said too? 2007, 2008, Julio had the same type of game against, I want to say, was that Mississippi State or what team was that? Who was it?
Same. Julio, that was
it Mississippi State?
Yeah, I think it was Mississippi State.
Literally the year, the game before the Iron Bowl when he broke out, when they finally was like Julio is Julio.
Yep.
Come on, y'all. So this ain't unusual. We've seen this before, and it's too eerily similar to the Saban era. Only the difference is I like Kalen DeBoer's mentality when it handles it. I feel like he's cool with Saban, pre-Saban players carry on the legacy. This is your opportunity. I acknowledge that. Hey, am I hurry? I'm gonna help y'all as much as I can. But after this,
it's my show for sure, and he needs to have that attitude because I just seen that he respected Jalen Milroe, and he gave him the utmost respect. But I can tell because we've been around coaches. You could tell that he was basically doing that in honor of Nick Saban. He wasn't trying to go against the program at all. It wasn't about I chose Jalen Milroe. It was like, nah, we're gonna go with Milroe. This is what we're sticking with. At the end of the day, because he's testing things. He's like, okay, we're gonna go with Milroe because he gives us the best opportunity. That's what this man said. He gives us the best opportunity to win.
Yep.
And that's what I'm gonna roll with. And that's what he said.
I'm rocking with it.
He said.
I'm rocking with it. And even now, I think Jalen, this game affects his draft stock. But I think coaches look at him and say, like, if we could keep Jalen in a place where he's open to really developing, you can see. So Jalen.
Well, Jalen, I'm gonna tell you something, Smoke, bro. But it goes back to what I said earlier. The NFL is looking for Milroe, right? So it's a team. I'm a Giants fan. Oh man, so you know what we got going on. The teams like that will be so thirsty. Like we'll go up and draft him because that's what's available. We'll draft Jalen Milroe in the first round. A team like the Giants or the Jets. Because, at the end of the day, they understand where the NFL is going. The NFL is going to that hybrid quarterback that can utilize his legs first, and then throw the ball. I mean, look at the Pittsburgh Steelers. They got 2 hybrid quarterbacks. They got, Russell, and Fields. So I mean, Mike Tomlin, who was a great winning coach, as we see, why do he got 2 hybrid quarterbacks on his team? So it speaks volumes. You see what Jaden Daniels is doing, for the Redskins, and all the other quarterbacks, in the system. So Jalen might go late first round.
Folks outside
Might go late first.
Hey, know what's crazy? I'm sorry, man. I had to we had some craziness going outside. It's Bama Nation. Look, Montgomery get crazy run, and it's almost 2:00 in the morning my time. Y'all, I don't live on the good side. All right. I live right outside.
I know about Montgomery.
Yeah,
sure.
I'm right outside. I'm on the west, but I'm right on the edge of the west.
Right.
So we got some action outside, and I heard, and I thought I was tripping. I don't know if y'all heard it on the street. I'm gonna have to come back and look on the street and see if that was. But artillery was definitely raised on this. We didn't know what was going on, and it was loud. It was too close, so we had to definitely double check. But yeah, it ain't Chirac. It's definitely Montganistan up in this mud. We definitely in Montganistan out here. It was too close. Dougie Fresh. Now, you've been on stream when I heard some action outside before. You seen how I had to drop the earpieces and everything, bro. We had to
drop and roll.
Hey, we had to man the stations, boy. I'm telling you. But nah, we good. But nah, I see my boy Stephen G. Go
ahead, Smook, man. Take that call, man. It was, man, much love, man, and all good. And I'm here, brother. I'm a support. And anytime you need my call in so we can talk about this, man. I got you, brother.
100%, man. I appreciate you for calling in, man. Roll Tide.
Okay. All right. Roll Tide.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man. Shout out to my boy, man. He came through. Look, we got, what's that? 82 minutes. What's that? Hour and 20 hour and some change. My guy Saran came in through with the energy, man. Good conversation. Y'all, I'm only doing 3 hours, so we got about 30. We only got about 30 minutes left on the call-in segment. I'm just doing open call-ins, the dialogue about the game, man. This is definitely not, y'all seen my predictions. I was wrong. I'm not tripping about being wrong. My thing is, if they had done anything that I predicted us to do, man, I think we win. That's my personal opinion. I really think we win. If they do anything remotely to what I asked us to do or what I said we should do, I think we win. Shout out to the big 55 likes on the stream. And listen, I appreciate y'all for being here today. We took an L, not on the field, but even with the network, we took an L. We purchased some copyright free content that we were featuring on a couple of lives, and they trying to take advantage of your boy. So we had to fight it. So we got about 10 more days before they could claim it. This is something that we purchased too. So Stephen G said, I'm a Sooner fan, and I was wrong. Listen, Stephen G, the thing is, when Stephen, and you watched me and Jason talk, I went into this game confident because I figured that the best version of each team would show up, and I felt like the best version of each team, if the best version of what you had available, Oklahoma, and the best version of what Alabama had available was to show up, Alabama had the edge. That's what I felt. Got another phone call on the line. Check it out.
Call from
Alabama.
Roll Tide, Alabama. You on the line? Talk to me.
Say the best for last, man.
Who this?
Man, you know who this is, man. It's showtime.
What's up, man?
Man, it's showtime, man. I give my 30 minutes, man. I earned this, man.
Let's go, man. Talk to me, big dog.
I earned it, man.
Is this Darius?
You already know it's showtime, man.
Man, Darius, you know what's crazy? I was gonna give you the bet. Tell the truth. Say it online. Say it online. I even called him and asked him for his cash up because I didn't understand the terms of our bet. I just knew we bet straight up. I didn't even. I read your message. I didn't think you was calling the bet off. But was I not prepared to pay you your pay up? Right?
Yeah, you definitely man of your word. Now, was I a man of my word when I paid my bet though? I know it took me 2 days, but
you were.
I paid up,
and we never took that from you, Darius. We never took that. It just I wrote you to pay you. Now, Darius, of the two, we
finna talk football though. Ain't no trouble. We finna talk football.
No, but for real, Darius, I need. Check. Can y'all hear me now? We good now? Thumbs up in the chat if we good now. All right, bet, goof. All right, man. Dang. Oh, my fault, man. I don't know what happened. We good with audio? Let me know if we good. We good now? All right, bet. Thank you. Man, y'all up. So y'all part of that fan base. I can't sleep after a loss like that. After a loss like that. I will be up till 6 o'clock. I'm slick. I just text my folks to see if it's okay for me to go ahead and drive home tonight. I literally just text my folks to see if it's okay if I could just get on the road tonight and drive home. It ain't that I'm messed up about the loss. It's just like how we lost. Yeah, it's about how we lost. Yo, we still got 53 live viewers in the chat right now. That's crazy. What y'all doing though? We got 56 likes on the stream. Come on, man. All right, Darius, call back. Let me call Darius. I'm gonna call Darius back because he actually was on. He said he was gonna talk some football. Let me call Darius back. Call my boy back. Yo, Darius, you in the game, man? You back? Darius.
Yeah.
Oh, that boy got that. He out there in the country. Hey, if you can call back when your phone ain't breaking up, I'm open for it, bro. It's breaking up bad. Dang, I wanted him to get on. Cause Georgia definitely snuck by tonight. UMass. Oh. Man, what? They gonna light us up, Dougie. And you know what? I be watching that junk laughing. I'm like, dang, they light me up. Hey, you know what's crazy? And Saran said he been watching for a minute. It's some of the things that he was saying. I appreciate supporters like Saran because I know for a fact a lot of people get mad when I say what I said and like be like, even though my overall take wasn't right, I said these things could happen. I'm a realist when it comes to football. So for all you,
Call from
that's what.
Alabama.
Yo, Darius, you in the game?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
we
good
got you.
now.
We got
good
you.
now.
Okay, talk to me, man. Talk to me. What's good, bro?
Man, so y'all got to throw Elijah Pritchard in the transfer pros. He don't do it himself, man. Man, so
Oh man,
I climb Bama O-line, but man, so I'm serious about him, man. Like there's no way y'all let him come back on that line next year, man.
Hey, if Wilkin Farmby don't show up again next year, he got a chance again. And that's the thing, bro. We're so young in those positions where we needed experience. Our interior probably is going to be a problem next year because all three of those guys are going in the draft this year. Brailsford.
I'll probably say Jaden Roberts will probably come back because his injuries kind of limited him. Like he can really show his ability like a day 1, day 2 pick.
And even in that, man,
like a 4th rounder.
That's the thing. Even in that, Jaden Roberts is a guy with first round talent that can go in the 4th round and get a secured roster spot as a guard, tackle, or anybody's roster at the NFL level. As a lineman, 3rd, 4th, 5th round is not a bad answer for you. That's not a bad answer. You get what I'm saying? Because how often are you seeing offensive linemen cycle through rosters? If you get on a roster and you can save a team money and you can have like 2nd round talent development curve, then you're saving and helping a lot of teams in the NFL right now. Because now they get to go out and they get to bank on that quarterback that they need, that wide receiver, that running back, that linebacker, that defensive back, that edge rusher. They get to go back and they get to go and bank on them because they got a quality offensive line. So Jaden, he's in a good position. I think Parker Brailsford is still going to be 1st round. I think Tyler Booker is going to be still 1st round. Definitely. So we got a lot to replace. But I know you here to talk about Bama. I know we talking Bama, but are you really confident in Georgia, especially the way they played against UMass today? Talk to me.
Georgia got an easy road to the number 2 seed, man. It's lined up. We ain't got to leave the state of Georgia for a month.
But are you confident with how y'all played against 100%. UMass? Well, you tripping? If Bama had played against Bama played against Mercer like Georgia played against doggone UMass today, I would have been worried. I wouldn't even have to take I had going into Oklahoma game.
See games like that, you too much don't worry about it. Your only thing is don't get nobody hurt because you know you got a big game next week.
And you did. You lost like 3 people.
UMass and Mercer. That's what I'm saying. Games like UMass, Mercer. Games like that, like Northern Iowa, you just go in them games. You don't care what the score is. You just don't want to get hurt. But it's lined up perfect for us. We gonna blow out Georgia Tech and Athens next week.
I don't think so.
We know Texas or Texas A&M ain't beat Georgia in the Georgia Dome. We gonna be the number 2 seed. I'm saying it now. We gonna be the number 2 seed in the college football playoff, and it's crazy. Think about all the interceptions, all the turnovers, all the bad plays, and we're going to be the number 2 team in the country when the college football playoffs kick off, the official college football playoffs. And it's crazy. I predicted all this a couple of weeks ago. Remember I kept saying Georgia in the driver's seat?
There's. When y'all lose the SEC championship, I want you to show up with that same energy, okay? Every time you do this.
Who going to lose?
Georgia going to lose.
Who's going to lose to?
Texas or A&M, whoever show up. Georgia is not good, bro.
A&M.
Georgia is not good.
We're gonna be the number 2 team in the college football playoff.
That don't mean nothing. We was number 1 at one point. Y'all was number 1 when we beat y'all, wasn't it?
I'm talking about the officials, the final
bro,
playoff.
I don't care what none of that says, bro. Y'all will lose. Y'all might lose to Georgia Tech next week, and I'm not even playing. If you look at UMass,
we don't lose or you want us to lose.
Y'all might lose, bro. Georgia Tech will run the ball on y'all. Georgia's off run defense is trash.
Do you know where Georgia Tech quarterback come from?
Haynes King came from Texas A&M, the same quarterback that upset who?
Alabama.
No. Haynes King never beat Bama. Georgia. Haynes King never beat Bama.
No, that was I forgot his name. Was Rosati or something
no,
like that.
This the same Haynes King that beat up a half-stepping team of Miami. from Georgia Tech because they was able to run the ball like they want to.
You can't put Miami in the same breath as Georgia though.
Why not?
Miami's a soft team.
Georgia a soft team.
Nah.
Why not?
If Georgia play Miami right now, we'll beat them by at least 21.
I don't think so. You want me to tell you why?
Why?
Because Georgia struggles stopping the mobile quarterback, and Cam Ward is your best mobile quarterback in the country right now. And he can make plays, extend the play. And you know what else? Georgia's secondary is garbage. Jalen Miro proved that. Jackson Dart proved that.
Man, that's in the past.
No. Because if you saw Miami today, the way Miami wins games, as much as I hate to admit it, the way Miami wins games, they're used to playing these bull crap trash games and winning at the end of the game.
Think about it.
Carson Beck ain't doing that. What Cam Ward's doing, and Georgia's defense ain't elite.
Look, the best team Miami played this year was Louisville.
Okay,
Miami haven't played nobody this year.
Who the best team? Who the best team? Who the best team Georgia played?
Who the best team Georgia played?
Come on, Texas. And who?
Texas?
And who Texas? Who Texas best team they played?
Georgia.
Come on, man. Like, so you really don't have no grounds to say Miami can't do, because Miami would take Texas 4 quarters. Georgia couldn't handle Alabama, inconsistent Alabama for 4 quarters.
I'm gonna call it shot now. 31-27 Syracuse over Miami. I'm calling it right now. You can write it down. 31-27 Syracuse.
Nah, I don't like it.
Going to take the ACC championship.
I don't like it. I like SMU taking the ACC. I like Miami beating it.
Everybody who been down Dabo Swinney, they finna be crying because he finna win the ACC championship.
Nah, Dabo ain't winning it. I'm sorry.
Dabo and Kirby Smart, the 2 best coaches in college football, and it's not even close.
Man, you
Once
sick.
Nick Saban retired, we got the 2 best coaches, Kirby Smart and Dabo Swinney, man.
You sick. Dabo is not. All right, Darius. I'm gonna tell you what. You want me to tell you what best coaching and all that is rated by? Strength of schedule and margin of.
Who the best coach? Who the best coach?
Kirby Smart number one. Kirby Smart number one. And right now, you got Kyle Whittingham at number 2 and Kalen DeBoer at number 3. Yes.
Come on, man. You know way more. Kyle Whittingham can't even win the Pac-12. What? Not the Pac-12, the Big 12.
Kyle Whittingham has been has had a winning record for all the years he's been at Utah with and his first top 25 recruiting class was 2 years ago.
See, if Kyle Whittingham was smart, he'll get that quarterback Cam Ransom off his roster. Injured every year.
Kyle Whittingham is smart enough to scheme with what he got and not go into the portal and sell out.
So if Utah played Clemson on a neutral field, who you think will win?
I got Utah defense and their offense being better than Clemson because I don't like.
Come on, man, stop it, man.
Just straight up, I feel like
he's not beating Dabo Swinney.
Utah's run game, and how they impose the run game and that physicality on the defense side will outweigh Clemson for 4 quarters. Yep.
You think Utah running game gonna get past that D line led by Peter Woods?
Clemson. D-line Peter Woods, that's like 5th or 6th in the ACC with sacks and pressures on the quarterback.
Come on, man. You know Utah. Not
Darius, stop. We're talking about a contrast. Clemson? We're talking about a contrast of styles of play and doggone schematics. Utah's defense matches up to what Clemson's weaknesses are, and Klubnik is not dropping back. Klubnik is not a drop back passer.
I would rather you said a team like Kansas State. I'd take Kansas State.
Hey, hold on, Darius. I got me a Fairweather fan in the chat. JMUA 04 says Kalen DeBoer is a circus clown. Hey, welcome to the chat, Fairweather fan. J Mua 04. Never seen you in here before. Thank you for showing up after a loss. Appreciate you for being here. But go ahead, Darius.
Cough up that money too from Ryan Williams, man.
Nah, he good.
Man, they're gonna have to cough that money up for him. Man.
He already got it.
I'm not a Bama fan, but man, that dude, man, I ain't gonna lie, he a different type of breed, man.
And you know what? After tonight,
he a different type of breed.
After tonight, with them 3 big drops he had, guess what? The same pressure Julio Jones had to come back and reassert himself with after his Mississippi State bad game his freshman year. Ryan Williams got a chance to do that now. Because right now, the last 3 games, right, Ryan Williams is not my top target. Jeremy Bernard has been the most effective receiver we had. Him and C.J. Dupree have been, I'll even say, if I had to put precedence in effectiveness in the pass game, route running, catching the ball, getting upfield, converting, I'm C.J. Dupree, number 1, Jeremy Bernard, number 2, and Josh Cuevas, number 3.
I ain't gonna lie, the thing frustrating me about like Alabama, I'll be like, bro, y'all got too many weapons. Like it's like they hold stuff back. Like I'll be, Joe, where's Caleb Odom? Where's Danny Lewis? Where's Rich? Like it seems like, bro, y'all should be able to just go. It's just feel like y'all hold back. Like y'all hold back. Like nah, we ain't gonna let him get.
I'm gonna say this,
like,
and then
I don't know, man.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna open the phone lines back up because we running short now. We got about 15 minutes left on the show, but I'm gonna say this: there's a lot of and this is something that's been said vocally. This is a player-led leadership team. This is a player-led team, right? This is something that Coach Kalen DeBoer has carried from every stop. He likes to entrust his players and put the responsibility of decision-making on and off the field solely on them, providing them a structure and allowing them to operate within the structure. If I'm gonna gig the coaching staff, it's for not honing in your leaders that are your decision makers. 1, offensively, Jalen Miro, decision making has not been effective on a consistent basis. 2, Deontay Lawson, your leader on the defensive side, has not been consistent in his decision making and effectiveness on the defensive side. So, with that being said, I think next year with guys who don't have any established, they're not established. Nobody's on this roster next season is coming in established. This is when Kalen DeBoer can really be effective.
I'd probably say the running back room. It might be the best in the nation. I ain't gonna leave lie.
Even there, though, man. It
might be the best in the nation.
Even there, you got guys who aren't proven. Justice Haynes has still yet to prove himself. Jam Miller has still yet to prove himself because they don't get the volume. So now you got a system where your quarterback has to rely on exactly what you say. They don't have winning experience. They don't have snap experience. Nobody coming into next season has the experience that can really put a hump in development. So I think with this staff and their development product from previous years, recent history, this is going to be a dangerous Alabama team going forward. And the SEC, as it continues to be talent spread, we will see how important it is to maintain consistency as far as roster turnover.
Like even that freshman cornerback, I even told like the other network, I love Xavier Brown. He our first round top 10 talent written all over. Like even before the season, I've been telling people like, man, I'm a Georgia fan, but there's certain players that like on other teams, I'll be like, man, he just got it, and I was right.
You know who else just got it? You know who else just got it? And I can't wait for him to be fully released. And I think he's gonna have like a Kool-Aid type of impact. Jalen Mbakwe, man. Jalen Mbakwe.
Yeah, another one.
Yeah, man.
Another one. But to me, it's like he's more of a safety.
He needs to be
he can play cover. They just like he a free safety. Like he
not even free. Put him at your Rover Husky. Put him at the slot. Let him be. And the only reason I don't think he's there now is because you got Malachi and Devontae Smith. You got skill sets that just too similar. You don't want your young guy in those situations where he has 4 assignments every snap.
Tyrann Matthew type.
Yeah.
Like that Tyrann Matthew. Like you can play him on the line or
hybrid.
Yeah, hybrid. Yeah.
Yep.
Aroma.
But yeah, man.
But yeah, let me just give you that. Let me just give you that Clemson score. It's gonna be 31-27, Syracuse.
All right,
we'll write it down.
31-27. Darius said 31-27. Clemson over Syracuse. So we're gonna look at that next week. Syracuse over Clemson. Syracuse over Clemson.
Oh, Miami.
Syracuse over Miami.
Yeah.
Okay. 31-27. We're gonna see.
All right, y'all.
All right, fam. Take it easy, bro. Yo. That's the end of the calling segment, man. We good tonight, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm tired. But I might hit this road tonight, get on back to the city. But if you weren't able to call in tonight, we're gonna do a call-in show tomorrow night. Gonna do a call-in show tomorrow night. Y'all call in, share your thoughts. Congrats, Oklahoma, on the win. I can't believe I'm saying that bull crap. But congrats, OU, on the win. And shout out to Bama Nation, all my solid fans, man. We held it down. Tough game tonight, tough L we have to take, but yeah. We'll talk about it more tomorrow. When I watch this game some more, we'll talk about it some more. But right now, let's take it with a grain of salt, man. Tough loss. No playoffs, no SEC championship. Kalen DeBoer, going 9-3 this game. It's gonna be tough. I mean, this season. Yeah. The ads been coming. The ads in here. That's good because we almost at 3 hours. They trying to get us now, man. They got people trying to see their stuff. 54 on the live, man. 60 likes on the stream. Appreciate y'all for ending the stream with your boy. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all for being here on the Coach Smooth Network. All you Fairweather fans, I appreciate y'all for showing up too. Just speak louder next time before we lose. Make sure you keep that Fairweather energy. But until next time, man, I thank y'all for tuning in. I'm your boy, Coach Smooth. And when you see me, don't forget to holler at your boy. Put me in the game, Coach. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Much love. Roll Tide, y'all.